Whoa. Hello. Hello, chat. Summer Game Fest time means people are in town. So yeah, you're always in town. We get you once in a while.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is all Cam's fault, really, because Cam was like, "Hey, I'm coming in early. Can we do something again?" And I'm like, "All right, let's make a thing of it." So, texted some other people and got some people to hang out. We're not really gonna do much. We don't have an agenda. We're just gonna chat about whatever people want to chat about.
You don't want to leak something? I mean, everyone else is leaking
I don't
stuff right
wanna
now.
leak
so
something.
We should leak something.
That's okay.
What can we leak?
We have a couple other people who are either on the way or who may or may not make it, so we'll see. But yeah,
We'll let them leak
introduce.
something.
What's that?
We'll let them leak something.
Well, I don't
Oh,
like that.
yeah. Get Joe to leak something for sure. Yeah, introduce everybody for sure. Cam Hawkins.
Yeah, I'm Cam Hawkins. During my day job, I am marketing and PR for Apogee Entertainment. For this time of the year, I'm doing stuff with Spawn on Me with Khalif Adams. You can
Nice.
check that stuff out.
We love.
And yeah, that's me right now.
Yeah, I got to get Khalif in here sometime. He wants to come in. We just got to find a time that works. Mitch.
Hi, I'm Mitchell Saltzman. I make probably bi-yearly appearances on Easy Allies, usually to talk about fighting games. I am a senior guys producer at IGN, and yeah, that's about it.
Got Rebekah.
Hi, I've never been here with you before.
Yeah, I know, it's fun.
Yeah, I'm Rebekah Valentine. I'm IGN's resident investigative journalist. I've known these guys for it's been a couple of years now, right? I don't remember exactly what event.
Yeah, I couldn't say when well, I think I actually first met you like probably the first Summer Game Fest.
Isn't that recently?
Yeah.
I don't remember, but you know, I don't get to do things like this very often. I'm usually quietly tippy-tapping away somewhere. So, yes, hello.
Then I got Sam Woods.
Hey, representing the UK, I am the managing editor of DualShockers.com.
Yes. And also the first person in the world with an animal well tattoo.
Oh my god, yeah! I forgot you got that! Oh my gosh!
That's so cool.
We were like...
You were in the weeds.
We were
in
in
that Discord.
deep, dude.
Oh, yeah.
For like weeks.
All right,
Oh my
let's get the
God.
camera on
Wait,
that.
show it
Yeah,
again.
yeah, yeah.
Oh.
Where are we going?
It's beautiful.
There we go.
And Cam just got a new one here too, if you want to grab that.
Yeah, I
Is
did.
it also Animal Well themed?
No, it's
Then no one-
it's better. It's
Oh my
Legend of
God.
Heroes.
Step it up,
Bracer
man.
Guild. Where are my bracers at in the chat? There's probably like two of y'all, but it's okay.
No, they were talking about the demo earlier.
I did see that. There were some people talking about it.
Legends of Heroes Trails Through Daybreak.
Yeah, I literally got it yesterday, so it is.
I can see it's still a little raw.
Yeah, it's yep.
No one slap him on the forearm.
Yeah. Well, no, actually, funny enough, like, they want you to slap it
Oh,
if
yeah?
it itches. They don't want you to
Oh.
scratch it, they want you to slap
Yeah.
it.
Oh, I didn't know that.
That's also
Slap
good
it.
advice for like mosquito bites and stuff because you overwhelm the like nerve receptors, but you don't like activate the like whatever.
See, I gotta come to Easy Allies for all my actual life lessons.
The trick I learned from that is to get like a metal spoon and turn on the tap really, really hot and stick it under the tap and let the back of the spoon get really hot and then just press it against the mosquito bite for several seconds.
Wow.
Same theory, yeah.
Yeah,
You just
overwhelm,
overwhelm
yeah.
the nerve receptors so you don't itch.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Or
By
you
the
can
way,
just...
I don't think we've ever actually met. Hi.
Hi.
Nice to meet you. I've met everyone else.
Yeah. Sam and I were also on the trip to Warsaw together, where he got that tattoo
Yeah.
in the lunch break.
Oh, right. Yeah, we were like all in the Animal Well Discord together and then all of a sudden there was a group of everybody that was like coalescing in Warsaw for some reason.
Well,
Yeah.
I was talking about that Discord for like a week and a half. He kept being like, "We discovered a new thing in Animal Well." Like I've never seen him that alive.
Oh my gosh.
I turned
was-
you onto it, right? Or
Oh, yeah.
Was I the one who initially turned you to that Discord?
I wanted, yeah, you
Because
put me
you
towards
came
the
to me
Discord.
for Animal Well.
That's
Animal
correct.
Health, and I was
Because
like, I don't know
Yeah, blood
anything.
moisture
I
type.
was obsessed, and nobody at IGN wanted to talk to me about it. Like, you were busy with whatever it is you do. Tom
Fair.
was busy with whatever it is he does, and everyone was just like, "Oh my gosh, Reb, stop texting me at midnight about Animal Well," and so you sent me to the Discord.
But yeah, I mean, Andrew Stretch was like the MVP there.
Oh my gosh.
And then he was on that trip to Warsaw, so yeah. We all hung out
He
for
brought
quite a
his
bit.
origami bunny, didn't he? So
Yeah.
Yes, we
Yeah.
took a photo with that.
Still didn't print that off. I didn't really solve that legitimately though.
Right.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
you know, it's a community.
Don't want to say too much.
It's a community effort. It's
Yeah,
a
yeah.
community effort. I had such a good time. I still poke my head into like the big Discord every once in a while and see what they're doing, and none of it makes sense, and it's all unhinged. And they haven't found anything yet. So
Yeah, that's the
like
thing.
it's
I just
kind of
gotta wait
done.
for you guys to tell me when they find something new.
There's nothing new. They found like a skip they can do or something, but they haven't figured out what to do with it. So
Yeah.
it's such a good game.
Oh man.
Yeah, I know that they were doing some weird thing where they were like teleporting and stuff like that.
Yeah,
I was gonna try that out, but so far it hasn't seemed to have been
produced
useful.
nothing,
It's just
yeah.
a thing you can do. But
yeah,
'cause
but
there's still that one room.
there's still that one room.
Yep.
There's a room that you can see on the map. Like you can go into the room next to it and look through some glass and see part of this room. And you know it's there and it shows up on the map, but you can't see the other half of it. No one knows how to get into it. They still haven't figured out how to get into that room.
Oh.
And it's been like when we were reviewing it, we were all just sort of like, we thought we would be able to get into that room
That's
eventually.
like the one big secret.
It was
left,
so
we think.
obvious. It's just right there. Can't get in. I'm
Yeah.
like, you know,
plus, you
hackers have
find it
hacked
like right at the beginning of the game.
It's fairly early, yeah, that you can
and you
see
just
it.
figure it was like, oh, I just need another power.
Yeah,
or something.
sure.
Yeah.
Right, I'll pop in there eventually. No, still haven't gotten in. Don't know what's in. I think like data miners or whatever, or hackers have figured out how to get in, but like,
yeah, I
you
try to
know.
avoid that channel.
no, I don't
Yeah.
know what they're doing.
Blood inviting people to the studio so you can talk about animals.
I mean, basically.
I was staying up late, like, you know, I'd like, you know, at 10 o'clock I'm going to bed, and then my phone would buzz, and it's the Animal Well Discord, and it's someone doing some crap, and so and I get, you know, I pull out my Switch, like, oh, we're gonna do this, I guess. Oh my gosh, what a time. And then I went down the rabbit hole of Lorelei and the Laser Eyes immediately after. And then I went on a scavenger hunt in San
I
Francisco.
love
so-
Lorelei and Laser.
Oh,
Eyes.
here we go.
Yeah,
We're
I
friends
still
now.
like that.
Yeah.
I need to
haven't
get back to
finished yet.
Lorelei because I did the preview, which was hilarious because they sent me the preview before they even had a release date or anything, and I'm like, this game just feels like it's done. I think this game is done.
I mean,
And so I didn't want to go too far into it because
Right.
if they updated it or changed things, but then it's like, I think it came out while I was in Warsaw, so like I haven't gotten back to it yet.
it's
Yeah.
surprisingly long. Like, I thought it was going
Yeah.
to be maybe like a 5-6 hour thing, and it's, I don't know what, like 20 something?
Yeah, something like that. I have
Yeah.
60% truth uncovered, and then I got sidetracked with other stuff for work, so I haven't finished it yet. But
The final, like, 20% goes pretty fast.
Yeah.
Because you basically stumble upon a thing, and it's like, here, read all these documents.
my friend and I were racing each other basically. Like I was at 35, and he was like, "I'm at 40," and then I would pass him, and I'd be like, "Haha," you know. But then like I had to. Friends come over for a weekend, and he just breezed by me and beat the whole thing. So
I love it. I won't say anything. It has a cool... Its interpretation of what a quote-unquote final boss battle could be in a puzzle game is really cool.
Nice.
That
the
is what I was-
vibes of it are incredible.
Oh, yeah.
And they sent him this like crazy actual notebook with the game. I don't know if you got that too, but like
No, I didn't get it early.
one thing that keeps me thinking is that in the notebook it says playthrough 1, playthrough 2, playthrough 3. And I'm just like, oh.
Well, you know, because they randomized a lot of
Yeah.
it, right? Like, there's, like, the knowing how to solve the puzzles is one thing, but they basically made a bunch of the answers randomized among,
Yeah.
like, a larger set of answers so that you can't just, you can't skip things by just knowing, like, going to a guide and knowing what the answer is.
I
You
figured
have
that
to,
out. We figured that out because my friend Jason and I, who were playing it, we were like, I was like, "Yo, dude, I've figured out like almost all of the shortcuts except for 16. Like, what the fuck, you know?"
Oh, yeah, and they're all scrambled.
And then he was like, "Oh, it's just this," and he told me one I'd already solved, and I'm like, "No, that one was easy. What are you talking about?" And he goes, "Well, that's my 16. What are you talking about?" And I sent him a picture, and he's like, "Oh, that's my 4."
Yeah.
And I was like,
Oh,
"Oh."
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh shit." Okay.
Guides writers hate this one weird trick.
It's true.
Sorry, Mitchell.
Fortunately, I'm a guide's video, so
Yeah.
I don't have to deal with that stuff that much.
True.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I
you
mean, that was
show
the
it.
funny thing is, like, even though I wasn't doing a guide publicly, like, part of the Animal Well Discord was like, somebody else had figured it out, and so like I sort of had the answer, but then like I had to like work the steps. I was like, okay, but how did you figure that out?
Right.
You know, and like going step by step, so like somebody could actually like progressively work it out on their own. It's like, okay, this is step 1, this is step 2, this is step 3.
Right. Like the thing with the cats, that
Yeah.
one. You could just hand someone the answer to that, or
I did that one.
Yeah, or you could give them, and I think we have something like that in IGN's guide. Like you just give them the answer, but or you can be like,
an
okay,
animal well?
yeah, but
That,
you can also
that
be
was
like,
when
here
I
are the
stopped
steps.
playing. Like I'd already beaten the game, and I'd done like some of the after game puzzles, and then like I realized probably what I had to do with the cats, and like I was down here, and some of them were up here, and I was just like, I'm good. I'm done. I love this game, but I'm good. Even
need your
with
help.
like teleporting around, I was like, nah, I'm good.
You left them there.
They can die.
Whoa!
I'm allergic, you know.
Eh.
I'm a dog person. Sorry, Damiani.
It's the year for indie games, though, right? It's
Oh
been
my God.
so good for indie games.
So
Indies are
good.
saving
It's
us.
the month. Like this month alone has been absolutely insane.
Ridiculous.
You got Animal Well. You got Lorelei. Oh, Lorelei came out in May, right?
Sure.
Yeah. 1000 X Resist. I saw someone say Duck Detective. That game's cool.
Yeah.
I think
Somebody
you
in
might know
that.
something about this. Has anybody here played, what's it called, 9 Souls?
No,
Oh.
but I've heard of it.
I've heard it's
I've
Yeah,
been hearing
it
people
looks
talk
awesome.
about it. I played
That's
it.
it. Everybody,
Yeah.
I see
That
a
one
bunch
too.
of like critics talking about it. I had never heard of it until like 2 days ago, and it seems like it's incredible.
It
I
looks.
remember the reveal in like a PC gaming show or something, but yeah.
Yeah.
We've got a breakdown of it on our YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like a 20-minute breakdown of it. So
Is it good?
it looks really good, and the people playing it are enjoying it.
Oh, is it not out yet, or is it out?
It's out now.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Crow Country is another one.
Yeah.
Pro Country's great.
Little Kitty Big City.
Okay, Big City. I feel like I was thinking of one a couple months ago that came out.
I'm
that's-
still playing Balatro every day.
Yeah,
Oh,
Balatron's really
so
good.
good.
Yeah. I played through all
Released
Pacific
last
Drive.
week. Okay. Dude, yeah. I mean, I was saying this in our film podcast, but like, it really feels like the '90s again, where like indies are gonna save us, because like interest is waning in the big studio stuff in some ways, like especially in film, but like it really feels like the indies are rising up to kind of fill the gaps or like the lack of interest in other stuff.
Absolutely, yeah.
Speaking of indie films, did you see? I saw the TV Glow.
Yeah, just saw it the
I
other
heard
day.
So
I
good.
loved it.
Stunning movie.
Yeah.
Stunning.
It
Like
was really-
it deserves like several rewatches.
Oh my
and
god.
Just
So
going,
many.
just going in blind. I knew nothing about the movie. I just like people said really great things about it.
Yeah.
I walked in, I walked out. I was like, wow, that was incredible.
I loved it. It was like, it was funny because I saw it with two of my guy friends who are also gay, and like, they were like, "Oh my god, that was so disturbing." And then at the end, I was like, "Really?" Like that just felt like I was like, "Yeah, this is how it is."
I've talked to
This is
many
how it is.
people of like different like backgrounds, and everyone like came out with something
Yeah,
else. Like
yeah.
I was like talking about like Justice Smith's like the black experience of like media and like feeling like that this is like a fantasy, and like when
Absolutely.
you have the opportunity to change something, you run away because you're like, I want the security that I have because
such a
it's
cool
such a like
perspective on it,
yeah
yeah.
that type of thing. And then I was talking to one of my friends who's trans woman,
Yeah.
and it's directed by a trans woman, and so
Yeah.
like that was like a lot of stuff that
Yeah.
she got out of it, and I like it's like so cool. Like you have that's when you know that you got a really special movie. Is
Yeah.
like when you get like all these different layers of messaging that everyone like, because I definitely like can see like all of the things that people brought up, but like that was like the thing that like I really walked away with, and so it's
Yeah.
really really great.
That's part of what I loved about it. Yeah, you could read it so many different ways. I haven't watched her other one, the We're All Going to the World's Fair.
Yeah, I haven't watched it either.
I've heard it's just really bleak. I heard it's good, but just very dark, and I was like, okay. Yeah. Check it out.
Am I the only one that's played Rakugaki?
I don't know what that is.
RKGK.
Yeah.
Oh, RKGK.
Yeah.
I didn't know that's
No one
different
knows
either.
how to pronounce
Hello.
it.
Hi.
You can't just say that like it's a
Rebecca.
normal thing.
Sam.
I mean, it's literally also
Come on
written
up.
above
Thank you.
the RKGK.
In Japanese?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know with you.
It is. I think it's written in Japanese
Written
as well
in Nordic
somewhere.
runes?
And then it's also
It looks good.
they say it out loud.
It looks good.
Damn,
Yeah.
that tea
I haven't gotten a
was
chance.
satisfying. Just
It
iced
is.
tea.
Iced tea.
But yeah, so it's kind of like in the jet set radio hi-fi rush kind of. Yeah, you're like using spray paint to do everything, to like slide around and boost
Strong
through the
visual
air. And,
style too.
yeah, and really good music, like trancey industrial music.
World's Fair is just as good. Sick.
I saw someone mention Haunty earlier, which
Yeah.
I have not played the release yet, but I played a demo of it last year at
Yep.
SGF,
Yeah.
and I've been really looking forward to it. I think Haunty is quite lovely. I love the art style. It makes me happy.
The art style for that is so cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't played it at all, but
Yeah, I played
Get around
the
that.
the demo last year, and then they had sent me like an extended version to finish it home, but it wasn't that much longer, so it was like oh cool, I got to play more, but I don't really have more to say at the time, so
Yeah.
I do want to play the release version.
What a great year already.
Has anyone played 1000 Exorcist yet?
I want to.
I
so
haven't, and I
need
keep
to.
hearing people say, but I don't, is it a visual novel? What is it?
So, it's a hard game to describe.
Okay.
It's a narrative adventure. Like, it's not a visual novel in terms of like, you're just clicking through text. Like, you have control of your character. You move around like this giant kind of hub area, talking with different people. But there's no like combat. There's very little gameplay to speak of. But it uses like player control in interesting ways to kind of convey a story. And it's a hell of a story. Really, really highly recommend. I think it's probably going to be one of the better stories of the year.
which game is this?
1000 X Resist.
Oh.
Like I don't want to get like too much into the actual plot because it is very twisty and I don't want to spoil any of the reveals, but just it kind of tackles the post-apocalypse and kind of a dystopia in ways that I don't think have really been explored before. And it ties it back into like very real world kind of events, and it's really, really good. Highly recommend 1000 X Resist.
Nice.
Oh,
Sequel to
1000
100
X
1000
Resist.
1000 X Resist.
I thought
Yeah,
you
yeah.
said 1000 Exorcists.
1000
That would also be
Exorcists.
cool.
Trying to change a light bulb, walk into a bar.
Yeah, it's a little
I mean,
easier
roll
for me to
sorry.
get
Young
the
priest.
emails with no logo.
Yeah.
It's one of those things like Hunter x Hunter where like there's people that say Hunter x Hunter.
Yeah,
Right.
I think
yeah.
most people would probably just say Hunter x Hunter. There needs to be a standardized rule if you put an X.
Is it a cross?
Cross.
Yeah, cross.
Yeah.
Cross
I want
resist.
One of my
press
favorite
kits.
bits from mandatory updates still is the cross Ilia thing. Sorry.
I need press kits so in addition to coming with, here are the platforms it's releasing on, here's the release window, here's some basic facts about the game.
Here's
I
how
need one of
you
those
say
little
it.
dictionary.com sound buttons like
Yeah, yeah.
that just pronounces the game
Yes.
for me.
Well, that was one of the
Yes.
things with Rakugaki, because it was like it just felt like it came
Bless
out
you
of
again.
nowhere. Because it was like
He's casting a spell.
I think it was like in a showcase or something, one of
Yeah.
the indie showcases, and like they had sent something across, but they didn't even. I think when they first sent it, like I didn't even have gameplay. Like I had GIFs.
Yeah.
And so, like, all I could show on screen was, like, looping GIFs.
It was a really short turnaround. It was announced just like a couple months ago.
Yeah, and then it's like, oh, this is out at the end of the month.
And
I'm
then,
like, what?
and then like 2 weeks later, they're like, "Oh, here's the release date." It was so quick. I blinked, and
Yeah.
there it was.
I think everyone should take the chat brought up Balatro.
That's a good idea.
That the creator intentionally pronounced it differently in every interview. Just
That's so funny.
like sometimes he would say Balatro, sometimes he would say Balatro.
I say Balatro.
Yeah.
Really?
Really?
Yeah.
Well, hell.
Balatro.
Yeah.
Oh,
Interesting.
The creator has pronounced it that way. in
Yeah,
interviews
I guess.
Once or twice.
Balatro.
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 Yeah. Batro.
I just like everyone was
Silent.
shocked when they heard Balatro for the first time.
Oh yeah.
Uh,
There was an article on something where someone was like, "Wait, is it Balatro?" Like what? I just say it the right way. Same.
Yeah.
Same with everything. I say
Yeah.
everything right.
Balacrostro.
No, actually, it's Bala Extro.
Balextro.
Extro,
Yeah.
That's the sequel.
Balatro.
Balatro.
Balatroy.
That was funny. Like whatever year that came out, both me and Don for our Halloween costumes ended up being the Balan one.
Oh my god.
Without talking to each other, we both had the same
Oh my
costume.
Oh my
god.
god.
That was very
Wait,
funny.
didn't Don have to wear that because he lost?
He had to wear it
that?
because he,
Yeah.
from the...
When he wore it again, he mixed
Fantasy
elements
Critic.
from both of our costumes.
Oh, yeah. But from fantasycritic.games,
Right,
the loser
right.
has to make a high-effort costume of their lowest scoring game and do a 2-hour stream.
Oh, that's
Of
good.
said
Oh, that-
game.
yeah,
So
that's
he had
good.
of that game, yeah. So he had to do Balan Wonderworld.
He was so pumped for
He
Balan
was
Wonderworld.
thrilled, yeah.
What's your guys' favorite stakes that you've ever had to do in the history of Easy Allies?
Stuff where we have to like write or perform like a play.
Yeah.
That leans into my like skill set, you know, like
Mhm.
that kind of stuff I really like. The stakes for our current upcoming betting special are kind of cute, but they're too easy in my opinion. But find out.
Oh yeah, the
tomorrow.
Yeah, watch
dinoramas.
that. I know what's up. Watch
Dinoramas
that.
were good.
Is that up?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah.
The loser has to write a poem about the winner, and I'm like, but I was like, define like an epic poem,
A
a
haiku?
haiku, like what? And they were like
Yeah.
yes, and I was like great. So
Yeah, easy.
somewhere between 1 and 500 couplets.
I liked when Huber had to wear the shirt, the
Oh yeah, that was really good.
baseball shirt, or
It
no,
was,
the
Yeah.
guitars
It was
shirt.
it was like something about playing guitars, and he had to wear it on every.
Live to play, play to live.
Yeah, live to play, live on every appearance on video for a straight month.
And it was like a triple XL, and the
Yeah,
sleeves were
it
cut
was
off.
huge.
Right? Yeah,
It was huge. There have also been stakes where he had to wear like
Giants merchandise.
some kind of a sports thing
Yeah.
that I didn't understand
Yeah, it was just the opposite team. Yeah.
that he
Yeah.
didn't like.
Yeah, San
Oh, okay.
Diego or something. Yeah.
No,
Stuff
San
like that.
Francisco.
San Francisco.
I just love Pasta Baby. That was a good one.
Sorry, what's wrong with San Francisco? Excuse me?
No, he just doesn't like the Giants because he's from Los Angeles.
I see.
I don't even know
He's
what
wrong,
sport
probably.
that is.
I live in San Francisco. I feel like I should be saying something
He's
here.
a Dodgers fan.
So
he
this
doesn't
is
like the
baseball
Giants. Yeah.
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 Okay, all right.
I
I,
don't-
was like,
I
is this
don't know
football?
anything
I honestly don't know. This is not a bit.
I don't know anything about sports. I'm just, I'm trying to do my civic duty here.
Yeah, you did well. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, no, one of my favorite results of it, going through it was definitely a trial, was like second year or whatever, like I had to stream all of Dark Souls 3, including all the DLC.
Yeah, in a costume.
And then I had to have costume, which I negotiated to just the first and last stream because it ended up being like 30-something streams. But
You were the ladder guy.
yeah, it was Laddersmith Gilligan. The ladder's right
The
there.
ladder is still here.
It's right there.
Yeah, it's behind the back.
And like
couch
I
there.
actually
The
got
little wooden ladder.
Yeah.
Jones to like tell me about like a professional costume shop.
Oh
like
my
went
God.
in and
That
got
was
some
one of
pretty
the
great
best
stuff.
costumes
Yeah.
anyone's
Yeah.
ever done. Yeah. Besides, of course, all of mine.
Oh,
What?
man. I love how Chad's just going down through memory lane right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure this is really fun for the four of you who don't know any of this.
Yeah, like-
Yeah, you
Yeah.
did this.
No.
You did this.
I'm interested. We were talking about steaks.
The nutrition raps were an all timer as well. Yeah. The food songs were good.
People still reference those food songs all the time.
Oh my God, Don's is like a certified banger.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
A certified arrhythmic banger of a rap song.
It's like a slam poem.
Yeah, he like asked me to do, so we had to do raps about food, right? And Don put one together, and then he asked me like right before we went live if I could just play a beat on the keyboard that I had brought
That
from
sounds
my
like something
thing.
God would do.
Yeah, and so I put it in like a meter, you know, and so like I just sequenced the drum beat so that it would just be consistent, right?
Yeah.
And like that beat was not adhered to.
It's the notes you don't hear.
It's like free jazz.
It's the notes
yeah,
you don't
it's,
play.
Yeah,
yeah, it's the scat he wasn't scatting. But yeah. Oh yeah, the puppets. Anyway, there've been a lot.
Sure.
We used to have fun, you know.
Everyone check out that betting special video.
Yeah, we have a betting special up now apparently.
Don,
Don really did a good.
yeah.
Holy crap, we shot that yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a simpler cut, so.
Yeah.
But,
Don's a machine.
Yeah, he definitely got it done quick, and turned around the V2 after the typos.
Big music performances at SGF?
What?
Have
No.
they ever done music performances at that?
Well,
At SGF?
this is
Oh,
where
during the showcase, like tomorrow.
they do that at the Game Awards. This is
Yeah.
where I put on the really annoying buzzkill journalist hat and tell
Well,
you all that I'm
actually-
aware. Jeff Keighley said in a Q&A several days ago, live stream on Twitch, that there would not be any musical performances at SGF.
Got it.
But that's it. Yeah, at Game Awards they do that.
Yeah.
It's an award show. Sorry.
No, I don't want
No,
to
that's
be.
great.
Japanese.
Well, I
countries
actually
for
I
sale.
like the musical
Yeah.
performances because when you're writing news for one of these things, it's like it's so fast, and you know,
Yeah,
you have like
okay.
we're in like a video chat. There's like 4 or 5 of us maybe, and we're on a rotation. So we're sitting there. We have our Shell's document open, and then Jeff Keighley comes out and says, "We're announcing Hollow Knight 7," and then they show the trailer for Hollow Knight
In
7.
45 years.
Yeah, and then
That's
you know,
when Hollow
it's
Knight
okay,
3
Rev,
comes
you're
out.
up, and then I write Hollow Knight 7, and it takes a while to write the story, and then whatever their next trailer is, Half-Life 3, whatever, and then Alex starts writing that up, and we go, but then eventually it comes back around to me, and sometimes I'm not done with my first story yet,
Yeah.
and they just keep piling up. So a musical performance is great because that's like 3 whole minutes
Yeah.
where nothing's getting announced.
Imagine Dragons is just keep it on,
Catch it up.
going on. Like,
Exactly the same, but clip outs.
Yes, exactly. It's a minute to catch up. It's beautiful.
Yep.
Logan's over there putting objects in the CMS, like rapid fire. We're all just doing
it's
our
like
best.
back at the game trailers days where we had like 14 editors, video editors, I think.
Oh.
But that was the normal. That was
At
the full time.
yeah, normal, and then,
Then-
E3 it was like 25
Oh,
or
yeah.
something, and we
Yeah,
would just all
because
be
we'd
clipping out.
have 3 shifts, I think.
Right.
So
Wow.
we'd have people editing around the clock.
That's how I started.
Yeah.
E3. And then I just told Bobby I was going to keep working there.
When was the
And it
last
worked.
year Game Trailers did the ticker?
Like on the bottom of the
Yeah,
screen.
yeah.
We did it at E3 here a couple of times too. Remember that? But that was just like up next, like
Oh no, I mean like wasn't there like a live ticker at Game
that
Trailers?
sounds vaguely familiar. I didn't have anything to do.
Yeah,
with
I mean,
that.
the thing is like, we had, like, such a multifaceted
Yeah.
approach with E3 because it's like, we had the whole live team with Keeley's side
Yeah.
that, like, they had all kinds of broadcast lines and equipment and all that stuff, and
Yeah.
Jones and Huber would sometimes be
I would
over
be
there
there
with
sometimes
them.
too.
Yeah, yeah.
That was cool because they had that can't remember what it's called, but it's like a giant, just like big ass hard drive array, constantly recording, and then like you just
One of my-
Yeah.
It's one of my
you run
video
back
guides.
through time and just put them
Yeah.
out. Really good.
And then we had the full editorial team of people like
Highlights.
on the floor getting gameplay and demos and interviews. And what's wild about the biggest difference between like the Game Trailers days and like the Easy Allies days is like at Game Trailers is like we basically never, like, half the time we didn't even play the games. Like we weren't there to tell people what we played. We were just
Right.
there to get footage.
Yeah.
And so it's like, if the developer could play the game for us and get better footage, then we just had the developer play the game and we recorded it.
Or if you could pretend to be doing an interview across the room, but Rich is just
Oh,
zooming in on
yeah,
a TV
yeah,
to see
yeah.
footage of it. And we weren't supposed to be doing that.
Rich was
but-
always, pulling the line. And that's the advantage of having your own video platform and not being reliant on YouTube, is nobody can tell you to take it down.
They have to
You can say like, well, we don't think we should take it down.
yeah,
Yeah.
actually sue you to stop it. Big ass hard driver, eh? Yeah. How you holding up, Cam? You had a big travel day. You tired?
I am so tired, but I'm here.
What time did you get up?
2 days ago?
No, like, I mean, I'm basically running on like 4 hours of sleep right now. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
That
Yeah.
was me yesterday.
That's
not
us on
fun.
Monday this week.
Yeah, because I flew down to Houston to get my tattoo, and then
Oh.
yeah, and then when I landed there, my first flight back to Reno got delayed to the point where my connecting flight I would miss it. So long story short, I ended up in Dallas, and I crashed at a coworker's place for like 4 hours before I had to go back to Dallas to make my flight to Reno, and then my partner was just like ready with my suit because I already packed ahead of time because like I knew it was gonna be a quick turnaround regardless. And so she was there, like, at security, and I, like, grabbed my suitcase
Whoa,
and went...
handoff.
Yeah, like, literally, and went back into
Relay.
TSA.
What an adventure.
Did
Yeah.
you say you brought a suit? You suiting up?
Suitcase.
Oh, suitcase.
Oh.
Yeah.
It wouldn't surprise me, honestly.
Well,
It's
no,
always
I was
like
gonna
one of the
ask
most
what you were
well-dressed
doing.
people.
I have two gown events this week.
Whoa.
So
Really?
I packed 2 gowns.
Which ones?
Black tie.
Which events or which gowns?
Which events?
Events first, gowns second.
Down second.
There's some like.
Can you say?
Yeah, you don't have to
Yeah,
say.
I'm trying to think what I don't know how
Tell me
secret.
later.
Well,
I
one of them-
want
one
to
of-
force blood to let me to go.
One of them I can talk about, actually.
Okay.
One of them, I'm getting dinner with some people, and due to a series of interesting events that ironically apparently involves Randy Pitchford at some stage,
Are you going to Magic Castle?
I'm going to Magic
Oh,
Castle.
okay,
Have-
You-
You've never been?
I've
I
never
imagine.
been. I've
Oh,
never
that's
been.
fun.
It was
cool.
so much fun.
Last time we were there, we ended up hanging out with Randy Pitchford.
I assume he lives there. Like he just
He
sort of
owns
comes
it.
out like
He
a
owns
a
it.
count or something, and
Yeah.
appears in a cape. I just assume that's how that
You're
goes.
gonna
It's a
love
big,
it.
I'm
a
very
big
excited.
spooky
I think
portrait
it's
of
deeply
him.
cool.
If you're going with any men, they have to have ties.
Yeah.
Or they
Yeah.
will make them buy ties.
I am
It
going
happens
with-
every time we go. Some guy we're with has to buy it.
forgets a tie.
I am going with 3 men, and I will make sure that they all know.
Yeah.
Though, didn't they relax the policy? Do you still have to wear a
last time
tie?
I was there a
Okay,
few months
okay.
ago, and they made Jack buy a tie. And I'm like, you've been here before, man.
Wait, when I took him the first time, he had to buy a tie.
No, he's had to do it every
years and
single
years
time.
ago. Okay.
He's like, this is my 3rd Magic Castle tie. And I'm like, Jack, bring one of them
Maybe
next
he
time.
wants to buy a tie.
I think maybe he does.
Make sure
I mean,
to.
it's an easy way to find one.
Just
Yeah.
come dressed as a tie. Those ties are hideous. They're not nice.
Yeah.
They're ugly.
Jack also had to wear an extra suit jacket.
Yeah.
And
A
he's like
second one?
a tall, very thin man, and he had to wear like a big, goofy suit jacket, so he looked like
David Byrne?
Yeah, David Byrne.
Why was it an extra one? Was he already wearing one, and then he had
No,
to put
he
a
did.
second
He
one?
just didn't have a
didn't-
suit jacket.
Oh, okay. I thought he was
buy one.
putting us
I
one
think
on over the
'cause
one
I
he already
think
had.
they did relax the policy for like a second where men didn't have to wear a suit coat.
Okay.
Or
But now they
something,
have to
but-
wear a suit coat.
oh,
That was
yeah.
definitely before.
It's black
COVID.
tie formal. Like you have to
Yeah.
be formal. Like we can get away with kind of anything as long as you.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, I brought a
Yeah,
long
it's
gown.
not black, it's
If you have a,
cocktail.
if you have a cocktail or gown. Or
I packed my
whatever,
entire
you're fine.
jewelry box.
Oh yeah. You're gonna look.
That's on
I don't know
you.
what's gonna happen.
It's gonna be incredible.
Yeah, it's gonna be. I'm very excited. But the other thing I'm going to recommended tiaras. So I also packed a tiara.
That's
Okay.
on you.
I'm having a great week.
That's
So that's white
Let us
tie.
do fun stuff.
E3's back,
Have
baby.
fun stuff. I'm just like, wait, what?
I'm not stopping you.
Yes, you are. You're
White
scheduling
tie.
reaction streams at 8 p.m.
Make sure you check out the ghost piano. It's one of the coolest things.
Yes,
Great.
it's so cool.
The what?
There's a.
Glad
There's
Get a
a
meal in
But be polite.
To the ghost piano?
Yes.
Yes.
She doesn't like rude people. She doesn't like being like told to play things. She likes to be asked.
Ask.
Uh-huh.
And you can put a tip in the bird cage.
Yep.
I have no idea
try
what
to
this
come with
place is.
some.
Hello?
Test her with some like obscure
Yeah, what
video
is-
game song.
Yeah.
Wait,
Oh.
so what is this Magic Castle place?
Oh yeah, we haven't even like explained.
Magic Castle, for those who don't know, is, I guess, yeah, chat, you might not know too. It's this like Los Angeles institution of
Started by
magicians.
Houdini.
Yeah, Houdini
I
and all that.
believe.
I'm sorry,
it's-
stop. It was actually started by Houdini.
Houdini was a member.
They have I think he was a member. They have the Houdini seance room
sounds
in
made
there.
up.
Yeah.
But it's a
I'm
black tie
Wikipediaing it.
formal, invite only place where
Club,
magicians
basically.
hang out.
It's like a
yeah,
magician's
like a magic club, magicians club. But like every premier, like all the big names in magic, have something to do with the Magic Castle, probably.
Yeah, you also have to have like a connection in order
Yeah.
to get in. It's not something you,
have
just
to
pay a
know
bunch of.
someone
you
to
have
go.
you have to
So
know
I
a
imagine Randy
magician.
Pitchford is your connection.
It's not my
Oh,
personal
God.
connection, to be clear. I did not. He did a PAX panel for me once. That's the closest that's my one degree of separation.
Yeah. So,
But
like-
I know a guy who knows a guy.
Yeah, so like you have to know a magician who's a part of like the club.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it's wonderful. And like you always get into something weird will always happen every time you're there. Like one time I was there and we played with the ghost piano. We played guess that movie or TV theme song with the ghost piano with Jason Sudeikis for an hour. And he was so depressed And then we found out like
He
2
was,
days later that
immediately
he had,
post-divorce.
he had just broken up
Yeah,
with
yeah.
Olivia Wilde.
Oh,
like,
oh
my
God.
Why was he at the Magic Castle? It is so
he
dark.
was so sad. And then like later on, he was just in the weird bar, and the bar on the bottom floor. He was just in there like by himself talking to the bartender, and I was like, this is bleak.
That is so bleak.
This is
Yeah.
bleak.
Look, if I had
He
just
was so nice, and he and I were so good at that game. Ghost Piano loved us.
I got divorced
Gladys.
like 6 years ago, and if like a week after I got divorced, someone invited me to the Magic Castle,
Shit,
that
yeah.
would be like, look,
Sad,
I would
yeah.
still be sad while there,
Yeah.
but it would fix me a little bit. I think.
And I think that's what he was thinking.
Yeah, exactly. That sounds great.
It's wonderful. You're gonna love it.
I'm very excited. I
But-
think it's very cool.
Some of the shows, like the close-up shows, you will probably want to get in line for a little early, especially if it's like a big name.
Because it's a really
Okay.
tiny.
Randy will
theater.
probably know if someone's worth watching. He'll probably.
I
make
do
sure.
not know him. Like, I know a guy who knows a guy.
He'll
in
make
his
sure.
party.
He'll make sure you know if something is really worth getting in line for. Because
Okay.
like our friend made sure, and there were like 14 of us in our group. But he was like, "Hey, I've got a big group. They need to see this guy," and I was so glad we did. But like sometimes you have to wait in line.
If Shin Lim is there, you definitely want to see Shin Lim.
Shin Lim's really
He's
cool.
so talented. He has a show on the Strip now, but like he was on America's Got Talent, and
Whoa.
like that season, like he just blew everyone out of the water. Like every week, like his whatever he was doing was like the best thing by far. And like it was, yeah. They're still talented people, but I was just like, what you're doing is just like crazy. Like there's even a show I don't know what it was called, but it was like with a bunch of magicians that are like judges, and they basically other magicians will like perform tricks in front of them, and they'll tell them if they know how they did what they were doing.
Is it like the Penn and Teller
The Penn and
show?
Teller one,
Like,
yeah.
So
yeah.
interesting. so
Yeah,
interesting.
yeah, and like he did like all this crazy stuff, and like Penn was like, I have no idea how you did any of that.
I think
Sophia,
I've
do you remember the
seen-
name of that guy?
That name sounds really familiar to me.
Is that the guy that we saw, Sophia? Do you remember the name of that guy? Whatever. The one with the ring. We saw one guy
That
who
was
did.
I heard about that later.
It was
crazy.
amazing. We did one of the in the close-up magic theater. We did this amazing show, and he was like, "Are there any married women in the audience?" You know, and we all raised our hands. Like there were like my wife and I and like 2 or 3 other people, and we raised our hands. And then like he came over to us and he was like, "Let me see," or like whatever. And like this girl in front of us was like, "Oh." Like, oh, that's such a nice ring or whatever. And then I can't remember how she's figured it out, but like she like did the math and then was like, oh, they're married to each other. It was really funny. But yeah, and then he took her ring and like made it teleport across the room into a bag that he had like put in another box and another thing, and it was very cool.
Whoa.
Wow.
I can't go too often
we said we
because I
had
can't
matching ones.
experience that
That's right.
much wonder. Like I
Yeah.
just can't do it. It freaks me out.
This sounds made up. Like,
was a-
I understand this is not made up.
No,
but
it's
You're gonna.
it
I-
feels
I
pretend
can't-
while you're there.
It
Yeah.
sounds.
Yeah.
It sounds
That
silly
just-
because magicians is silly.
It is.
Yes, I know, and that's how I felt about it too. And then you go and you're like, "Oh, magic is real.
Yeah.
Witches are real. These people are wizards.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it's crazy."
You know, it sounds either made up or a joke. Like the idea of going to a place that's literally just
Yeah.
called the Magic Castle. I feel like I'm doing a goof. Like I'm gonna be there and there's gonna be a bunch of tacky little props and
No.
then, you know, someone in a funny hat, and it's not gonna really like
Because
be
also, like,
anything.
when
but I understand. Like I believe you that this is actually very,
It-
very.
it-
When a
feels
person
like-
starts just doing magic at
Yeah.
a party, you're usually like, okay,
Uh-huh.
yeah,
You're
like, okay, dude,
great.
like,
But it's
yeah,
it is
whatever.
like out of control. I've seen things I could not describe.
Well, and also like you'll just be there, and like I don't want to like key it up too much or whatever, but like you'll be there, and all of a sudden like a weird thing will just happen, and you're like, well, I didn't even know that was involved. Like I thought I thought that was a power outlet. Like what's going on? Like that phone just talked to me. Like yeah.
Do you know how you enter the Magic Castle? I won't spoil it.
I was
if you
gonna
don't.
get an Uber there and walk
No,
up to
the actual entrance. To
No, I have no
okay,
idea.
I won't spoil
Yeah,
it.
don't spoil it. Don't
Don't
spoil it.
understand this at all.
I'm trying to
I'm
read
concerned.
the.
Kick the damn door down.
Yeah.
Well, if you never see me again after Monday night, it's because I volunteered
And
to
she's
get
gone.
As far as I know, nothing untoward has happened at the Magic Castle, but you never know.
And
Wait, I think famously.
Many things happen.
Oh God.
That's I said as far as I know.
Yeah.
And I don't know anything.
And I don't know if you like. I guess you would have to define castle, but like it's like a large manor.
It's a mansion, yeah.
Yeah.
It's an old. It feels. It's one of the few places in Hollywood that still feels like old Hollywood.
Yeah, and it's like kind of tucked into like the Hollywood Hills, kind of.
Yeah.
So
there's like the Magic Castle and Musso and Frank's and like kind of the Egyptian that like still sort of feel like, and I guess the Chinese, but like yeah. Otherwise, Hollywood is a
But
fucking
there's that
screaming
big
nightmare.
Japanese restaurant that's right there too. I can't remember that name.
The like celebrity one.
Yeah, we had
Nobu?
that was where we went to
There's Nobu,
Sekiro
but
event.
there's-
There was a Sekiro event.
Right, there was. I wasn't at that event.
But, like,
I've never
I think
been
Brad
there.
was there with me.
But it's
with me
like
for it.
it's hidden up there in the hills, the same
Katsuya,
spot,
whatever.
same area.
Yeah.
I heard it's kind of shitty.
I didn't actually eat there,
the one
so I
at
don't
LA
know.
Live?
There's a few.
There's a million
Yeah.
Katsuyas.
Okay,
yeah.
there's one at LA Live. I know because I have multiple meetings for the Japanese restaurant at LA Live this week.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I mean that's just what it is. I don't know.
Someone asked if it was a real castle. What do you mean real?
Well, that's kind of what I was talking about.
I mean
yeah,
it's been around since
It's
the
like-
1400s.
Yeah.
And,
It's the closest thing America has to a castle, which is
Yeah.
a mansion.
yeah. There's no like ramparts and
Yeah,
drawbridges and like what portcullises or whatever those are called.
Yeah. Although one of the rooms in the downstairs is sort of castle-y, if I recall. It's like stone walls. Or
Yeah, it's like a little but it was like built in like 18
There's
something.
no moat.
So
Yeah.
it's not like a castle.
if I don't get immediately jousted as I try to,
Yeah.
yeah.
If someone doesn't
Very
shoot a fire
disappointed.
arrow
For that, you gotta go to
at you.
medieval times.
Doesn't
Yeah.
they say that Papa John guy had a castle? Doesn't Nicolas Cage have a castle?
Probably. Well, he definitely
But
has
it's
a
not in America, I think.
Yeah, it's like in Scotland or Ireland
that's
or
why-
something. Yeah, he owns a
allegedly-
castle.
Apparently that's why he did so many like shitty movies.
Yeah,
for so
'cause
long,
it's
so he
just-
could pay off his
Yes.
castle.
Him and Robert De
And his
Niro
tomb,
are
right?
like
He
they're
has
in
a
so much
pyramid.
debt and stuff,
Probably.
and that's why they do all the movies they do.
Nicolas Cage, dude, what a guy! Like,
guy.
Oh,
Wasn't
that's
he
actually a great prediction. What celebrity do you think that Jeff
We
Keighley
were
is going to
talking
bring
about
out?
that.
He was
that's
at,
one of
like,
our bets.
That's
I
one
want
of
to
our
hear.
bets.
Oh,
I want to hear everyone's bets.
yeah.
One of our questions is, who do you think the next celebrity likeness is going to be
In Death Stranding. I said Anya Taylor-Joy.
I said Florence Pugh.
That's
Yeah.
a really good one.
Because he's
Blood
obsessed
said
with George
Florence
Miller
Pugh
and-
is
Chris
a really
Pratt.
good guy.
Yeah.
And Damiani said
That's good.
Timothy Chalamet.
See, I was
almost
going to say
went- I
Timothy
almost went
Chalamet.
Timothy
I was going
Yeah.
to say Timothy Chalamet.
Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
Because Kojima's obsessed with George Miller right now, so I was like, anyone
Yeah.
from
Yeah,
Furiosa
exactly.
he would try to get.
Exactly.
Probably.
Wait, is Florence?
No, Anya Taylor-Joy is.
Oh, I'm thinking Dune.
Oh, he sold it already? Okay, well,
Oh, he sold it?
he sold a long,
Texas.
long ass time ago.
Property taxes.
He's done a lot of weird other purchases, if memory serves.
Make sure you get Gabby on spoilers. What did I do? Oh, just spoil the answer to this
Do you think
question.
we're going to get the Sonic trailer tomorrow? The Sonic 3 trailer?
Ooh.
Oh, movie trailer.
Oh, the
Oh,
movie?
movie
Yeah, I think
trailer.
that could be there.
I mean, Jeff is kind of.
Because that trailer's,
Like,
like, there's
for movie
people have been
trailers.
saying that trailer's, like, ready to go for a while now.
Yeah. I was having a conversation before we started with a friend of mine, like, because apparently the prices for being an SGF got leaked.
Mhm.
You guys see
Yeah,
We were
that?
talking
I
about
saw,
There's
I saw
an
something going
Esquire
around. I have no
article.
idea.
Yeah, and I was like, am I crazy that, like, it's obviously a shitload of money, but it's
Yeah.
like, because it's like 300,000 or something for
Yeah.
30 seconds or whatever it
A
was.
minute, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like, and I was like, but then you think about like a Super Bowl ad, which is like 2 million for 30 seconds, and you're like, this is the premier gaming event, kind of. So it's like,
yeah, but the
Does
Super
it
Bowl is
make
happening
sense?
regardless.
Right.
And Summer
Right.
Game
Right.
Fest is not happening
Right.
regardless. So that's what
But-
makes
but
it confusing to
I
me.
think one of the things that people maybe don't know about the context of that is like that's essentially the price to force yourself into the show.
Yes.
right.
It's
'Cause I was gonna
still
say, indies aren't
mostly
doing that.
editorialized
Right.
what
I
Keeley
see.
wants to put in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
Okay.
not making Hideo
250.
Kojima pay that much
No,
money to put
No.
his
Right.
in
it's
it.
literally free.
He's,
like,
yeah, he's
also-
paying Kojima.
he's like, put me in
Paying for
your
his
next
flight.
game, and
Yeah.
then
This
we're
is
good.
what like random waifu game you've never heard of pays.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
latest, 6v6 arena battler from some studio you haven't heard yet.
Concord is
He's paying
$40.
Listen, Concord will be
That was not meant to be a
fine for
Concord
week.
slam. I'm sorry, the Concord.
I'm gonna
I'm
take
sorry
that
to
and
this
use
man.
it as a drag. That's
Yeah.
$40.
Red Concord into the ground. No, yeah, 250K for 1 minute, 350K for 1.5, 450 for 2, and 550 for
2.5 minutes.
2.5.
Is that a deal? I can't tell. Is it
Dude, that's what I was saying. Like, the people I was talking to were like, that's crazy. And I'm like, is it? I'm like, that's actually not.
Wait.
Like, advertising budgets are fucking insane. Like, I'm amazed that sponsors will pay us, like, for podcast thing. And I'm like, are people buying this? Like, I hope they are, because I need sponsors, like, to live.
Well, Wout tweeted about this earlier today too, and he had a really good point about, it's like, it's not just like what you get from like the day of the show. It's like now you're in all of our heads.
Right,
Like
yeah,
everybody that's
right.
covering
Yeah,
the
yeah,
show
right.
now knows your game exists.
Exactly.
And so when it comes time to like pitch people on previews, it's like, oh yeah, that game I remember from that show.
Yeah.
And so I'll cover that now.
So much of that is chalked up to media resources, but it really is true that that's how it works. Like, look, at a place like IGN, we try to cover things that we think are newsworthy, but inevitably the things that are newsworthy to a place like IGN are the things our readers want to read and know about. And at a certain, we only have a certain number of people and a certain amount of bandwidth to cover those. And so we start with the things that are the highest priority, and we kind of work our way down on a day-to-day basis in terms of news. But at a certain point, we have to cut it off. We have to say, okay, we don't have time to get to all of these other games that I'm sure are really, really cool and really, really interesting, but we don't have the time and resources to cover these. But during something like SGF, we're given more time and resources.
Yeah.
Well,
Right.
less time, but more resources to cover as much out of that show as we possibly can.
Yeah.
So if there's plenty of games in SGF that, I don't know, we might not necessarily cover if they're just doing kind of like a standalone announcement on a random day of the year because we've got so much other stuff going on. But during something like SGF, the very fact that it's in SGF
Right.
is
Yeah.
enough to sort of push us over the line and say, okay, well, we've got some extra people right now. We're already covering the show anyway, so let's find a way to get this out here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
go
the
ahead.
show floor is very much the same way. Like when
Yeah.
I'm looking
Oh,
at
yeah.
appointments, it's like, okay, well, I'm maybe not necessarily that interested in this, but I've got either we cover this or we have Damiani having flown out here, from Texas to just hang out for 3 hours between appointments. It's like, no,
Yeah.
have him cover the things that
Exactly.
Go
we've
see
got
that
there.
thing,
Yeah.
And talking about another aspect of the value of it, you if you're a PR company, you're cold emailing someone who works
Jill's
at
here.
IGN
Nice.
with a new trailer for your game. You can try to advertise it as much as you want, make it look and make it sound as appealing for us to do coverage of it. But ultimately, we get hundreds of those every week.
So many.
Right.
And
Dude, yeah, my inbox is full of stuff that I'm never gonna read.
yeah, and it can be hard to make your game stand out. And so, but when you have your game at an event like this, we're putting up every trailer. We're focusing on every trailer. We're talking about most trailers on follow-up content like podcasts and post shows and stuff like that. So there's an extra value to having your game at one of these events that I think maybe people don't always think entirely about.
That was kind of what I was saying too.
Yeah.
Is it's this is the most or one of the most maybe behind Game Awards now, but most watched by the public gaming event.
Yeah.
And it's if you're marketing in film, right? They say double the movie budget for the marketing budget, or to
Oh yeah,
you,
$250,000 is not even
Right, that's a drop in the
yeah,
bucket.
that's a drop
And
in
if
the
your
bucket.
game costs, even if it costs 10 million or something, AA or something budgets, if that's 80% of your marketing budget is getting in an SGF, even that would be worth it probably.
Yeah.
I don't know. And again, that's to force it in.
Yeah.
Silksong gets in for free, I'm sure.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Obviously,
If it's there, I don't know.
sucks for indie developers that don't have that kind of money to market
Right,
their game.
yeah,
But
right.
there's also there's other events out there that are doing a great job of highlighting
Day of
indie
the
games
Devs
like
and-
Day of the
yeah.
Devs,
Day of the
like
Devs is
Devolver
so good.
I
Digital.
love
Day of the
Direct.
Yeah, Gorilla. I think that
Gorilla.
was today, right?
Yeah, that was this
Yeah.
morning.
Yeah.
Oh, Gorilla was today?
There
Yeah,
was one
go back and watch that if you
also.
haven't yet.
There's so
It's really
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
Future of Play,
Yeah.
PC gaming show, I think has quit a bit
Yeah.
of
We're reacting to that on Sunday.
yeah, there's
Wholesome might be doing a thing.
Wholesome is
Yeah,
doing a thing.
Saturday.
Yeah.
Good God.
Hello.
Jill!
Where do we...
We make room?
Make
You
room.
can sit
Back,
here and I'll
back
get
couch.
Oh, smush.
No, I'm gonna make
You're gonna go
We
up
got it.
there.
Yeah. Get real familiar.
Oh, long time no see. You're soft.
Thank you. Was there a Frog Fractions 3?
Oh my
There was a
gosh.
Frog Fractions 2.
Yeah.
If there's a Frog Fractions 3, I'm not yet aware of it, and I know the people who make it, so. Or one of them.
Or is that just the joke that they skipped Frog Fractions 3?
If I were Frog Fractions, I would fully skip a number.
Oh, yeah, go sit
Yes.
where you
Very
did,
funny. Intros. New person.
Hi. My name is Jill. I'm used to seeing myself, so I'm not sure where to look. Hello,
Camera's
chat.
right there.
My name is Jill Grodt. I see some people. Chris Rosenthal. Hello, how are you? I run the Indie Informer. I started out as a game informer. Those names sound similar for a reason. And I run the website. It's about indies and things that are going on, and I'm here in LA to check out all the indie stuff going on at Summer Game Fest. So
Love it.
keep an eye out.
We shouldn't have talked about
I was
indies
gonna
for like an
say.
hour earlier in this hour. What were we thinking?
Mr. Allen, thanks for the chat.
Kamikaze X Pigeon.
How does it feel to
1,000
be
Exorcists.
in LA? It's my second time. So I did the first Summer Games Fest, and that felt small. It was quite an intimate event the first
Yeah.
time. I think the biggest games were like Sonic Frontiers and Street Fighter 6.
Yeah.
And then it was Day of the Dev stuff, and this year just feels massive compared to how it started 2-3 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, scheduling has been kind of a nightmare this year. Like, I literally yesterday I got an email for the first time to try and make an appointment. I'm like, what are you doing?
I think I
too
got
late.
What are you doing?
I was telling you earlier, Cam. So I fly back to the UK on Wednesday. My flight is at 5 p.m. on Wednesday. I have an appointment at 11 a.m. till 1 p.m. on the Wednesday.
Oh my god.
Then I need to jump in an Uber straight to the airport and do all the airport stuff and get on a flight. So
Wow.
What airline are you flying?
United.
They're pretty quick. You'll be okay.
Yeah, but getting to the airport in Los Angeles is...
Yeah.
That's
No.
true. That's
Fly
true.
out of
But
Burbank
having
all the
just
time.
flown out of LAX to the UK and then back from the UK, Heathrow is a demonic compared to LAX.
Oh, really?
I'm going to say something controversial. I've never had a bad experience in LAX.
Neither have I. Well, no, I have been caught in traffic and I
it's
did get
getting
pulled
there.
over at LAX.
It's getting there.
Oh, yeah.
It's the U-shaped hellhole before
Yeah.
Yeah.
outside of LA.
But it's so much better than every other airport. Like JFK, LaGuardia. Like,
Okay, New York is a bad comparison.
Okay,
That's not good
it's
either.
worse than
Perfect.
O'Hare, and O'Hare sucks.
But you don't have like the immigration stuff. The first time I
Yeah.
came to LA, the immigration line was like 2 hours
Yeah.
long.
whoa!
That's why it's
They-
like always coming back from like Gamescom or
Yeah.
some sort of
Yeah.
international trip.
I'm going to Norway soon, and like apparently, the like immigration people are all on strike.
Oh, great.
So if they're still on
Oh,
strike
boy.
Here or
in Norway,
there? Oh, okay.
and so like apparently if they're still on strike, it'll take us like 4 hours to get through
Cool.
customs or whatever.
Cool.
Whoops.
Already hate being at the airport
Yeah.
for any
Yeah.
amount of time.
Solidarity with striking workers.
Yes,
Yeah,
I mean,
100%.
yeah. I mean, get it. Get your bag.
Get your
but
bag.
But like even when they're on strike, it goes faster than here. You know,
Yeah.
That's
Like,
true.
I landed in the Netherlands once, and we didn't learn there was a strike until after we got through customs.
Oh.
Because they were all like apologizing, like we're so sorry for the wait. I'm like,
Oh.
it was like nothing.
Yeah. the best strike or protest sign I have ever seen in my entire life was when I was like a teen in Minneapolis, the airport, the like mechanics union was on strike. The airplane
Whoa.
mechanics union was on
Ooh.
strike. And as we drove into the airport, a guy was holding a sign that just said "Feeling lucky."
Oh!
And I was like, oh,
I would turn right around.
Yeah. I was like, oh, okay. We didn't die, so
So you were lucky. So I guess
We're
you
done.
were feeling lucky.
Sam, what was funny, like when we came back from Warsaw, Jake Decker from GameSpot ended up on my plane because he had to like reroute. He couldn't go back straight to SF, so he had to come into LA. And so like he just ended up in that line with me when we were like coming back through customs. So like every step of the way back from that trip, I was with somebody else from the event. It was like I ended up sharing a cab with somebody. And then after I got the tickets in line, like so the French guys were there, and then Jake ended up on my
Did
plane.
Jake miss his flight? Because me, Simon Cardy,
I think it got
Simon
cancelled or
Cardy.
something.
me, Simon, and Jake all went out drinking after the event. And then me and Simon went back to the hotel and carried on drinking at the hotel. But Jake decided to stay in the bar by himself. So it wouldn't surprise me if he missed his flight.
I have a question for you.
Go
Denver
for
has
it.
all kinds
As a
of
Brit,
Yes.
Yeah.
when I was in London, okay, the first hotel when I stayed at,
I'm really ready.
I
for this
needed to
question.
get paracetamol.
Yep.
And the lady at the front desk was like, okay, walk down the road to this gas station. It's a 5-minute walk.
Sure.
It was like a 15-minute walk. Then when we got to the airport, someone said our gate was a 20-minute walk away, and it was a 5-minute walk. Is that like, what is that?
We just make up numbers.
Oh, okay.
Speaking of
It's a metric minute.
airports,
Yeah.
I know I've been there before when I was a kid, but I don't remember anything of it. But the Dallas airport is probably, no, not even probably, it's definitely the nicest airport I've ever been to.
I don't know. San Francisco's gotten there.
SFO's great, yeah.
Yeah.
I've been
Oh,
to San
yeah.
Francisco a few times. Like, I'm just
San
talking about,
Francisco's like a
there's,
shopping
like,
mall now.
That's what I'm saying. Dallas is like a Dior store. That's like, it's not even like it's taking out like a punch of like, you know, like normally there's like a Hudson store or something where it's like taking in a part of the wall. It's literally like you're walking by and it's like a stand, but it's like a whole store. Compared to the other stores that are happening, and there's all these there's like a giant like electronic map like telling you like, oh, like if you're looking for this, here's where all these like. I was just like, this is the most advanced airport I've ever been to.
Bangkok
SF,
airport is
like,
that.
They've got like the big cushy
Minneapolis is like
seating
that
now in a
too.
lot of spots. They've got the like all of the
Plentiful outlets, which
yeah,
is
they have all
Yeah.
like basically
Yeah.
the laptop bars with plenty of places to sit. And
MSP is
plug in.
incredible, yeah.
They've got the water bottle thing now.
wonderful. They have separate ones for if you want like ice cold water and tap cold water,
Yeah.
which is delightful.
And like also pretty much any time you probably go through there obviously more than I do. Every time I go to SF, it's like I just don't have a line.
It's never that bad,
Walk
yeah.
through security and I'm in.
Yeah, it's always like fine. It never feels like you're there in line for like 2 hours or something. Yeah.
got the air
Minneapolis
train.
is like that.
I like
now,
it a
too.
lot.
Like, it's incredible, and they've won best airport bathrooms like 5 years running.
That's a real
That's
thing?
a thing?
They're very.
I mean,
There's
I
an award
believe
for
it.
everything.
They do have nice
Why not?
bathrooms. Yes,
They're
they're
very
always
good.
clean. They're nice. They're
How
put
do you go
together.
about finding the people to like go to the bathroom?
Right.
Like who are the people?
The judges.
Like secret
Wow.
shoppers.
How do you
Yes,
do
it's
that?
probably
Amazing or
like
terrible
that.
job. You
Yeah.
just go from airport to airport and try the
Just
bathroom.
use the bathrooms.
Oh my
I don't know.
God.
I think that's fine. You get like some free trips out of it, I guess.
If you get to spend time in the cities, but if you're just going from airport
From
to
back
airport,
to
Yeah.
bathroom.
actual nightmare.
Yeah.
And Rebecca, you said you actually flew out from E3?
Oh yeah, from Gate E3. I really did. Like, I flew out
It's a sign.
on Monday. What day is today? I flew out on
don't
Wednesday.
know.
Thursday.
Thursday.
Yeah, I flew
Oh,
out
okay,
yesterday,
yeah, it's Thursday,
Wednesday. I had a 6 a.m. flight out of SFO. It was way too early in the morning, but yeah, we were at Gate E3.
Oh.
Which is incredible. Yeah.
No, I can't do that kind of early morning. I would so much rather have a 2 a.m. flight and just stay up.
Oh my God.
I would
no,
rather
no,
do
no.
that too.
Yeah, whenever
That sounds like hell.
Whenever I fly to Boston for PAX East, I always take a red eye. I'm just like, just let me sleep during the flight, and then I wake up
Yeah.
and
No,
I'm
I'm
good to
good.
go.
Exactly, and I'm
I
not
can't
thank you.
sleep on planes.
Me
I don't, and I don't like layovers too because they're so stressful. And I'm traveling for an industry event in July, and like, I booked a flight, and it was at 7 p.m. on the day we're leaving. And they're like, oh, we'll try to get you an earlier flight. And like, I really hate getting up early, you know. And I was like, I'm okay. Yeah, I'm like, I don't want to be a problem. And I was trying to just be like, I don't want to be a problem, you know. And they're like, no, we'll get you a better flight. So they got me an earlier flight with a layover.
No!
Oh.
That's so much
That's
worse.
double worse. Like, I was okay
Double
hanging
worse.
out in a city I don't know for a few hours. Like, damn it. Stoked as shit though, but whatever. Fuck.
I do not care for the Denver airport not because I think the weird like haunted demon horse
The
thing.
horse, yeah.
That's funny.
Denver?
I don't. What I don't.
There's
Excuse
so
me?
many weird conspiracy theories about the Denver airport.
I don't care
It's
about
wild.
What I don't like about Denver is whenever I land at the Denver airport, I land
cool
at like
airport.
gate B2.
You have to walk.
And
for
I have a
1,000
connecting
hours.
flight, and my connecting flight is inexplicably at gate B98. And all of Denver
It's a
Airport is
sprint.
one long line.
Oh, that
Yeah.
It's like
sucks.
bad.
City MBS is building in the desert.
Long.
Oh my god, yeah. Denver airport is so weird. There's like lengthy YouTube videos about all these like weird
Yeah,
Denver
so
airport
weird.
conspiracies.
Huh.
It's nuts.
Have you
It's
seen
like-
the signs that they put up on the
Yes.
new construction?
No.
They say like, they're like references to the Illuminati and like like it's crazy.
I'm convinced they're just leading into it.
Yeah,
now,
yeah. They are.
Absolutely.
They
We're
absolutely
just
are.
leaning into it?
Yeah,
What?
Leaning into
I
the
don't
conspiracy.
remember the specifics. I'd have to refresh myself. But yeah, there was all kinds of like weird like lore about the Denver airport.
Oh my
Like
God.
crazy horse.
It's not super huge, but my home airport in Tampa, like I really do I've learned to appreciate the layout because it's just like a central spoke, and it's just like there,
Yeah.
there, and there's like there's none of these just like endless hallways that you get like in LAX.
I feel like Orlando's kind of like that too, isn't it?
Orlando's decent. They have the tram that takes you to where you need to
Oh
go.
yeah,
and
they got
to-
the tram.
They
That's
drop
right.
you in the central. It's like Disney World, honestly, where there's like the central transportation hub, and then you go to where you need to go
Right.
with a monorail.
Mhm.
Orlando loves monorails.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Monorail.
but it works. Like whatever.
Yeah.
Getting there is easier than LAX. That's for damn sure.
I have to fly to
It's a mule with a spinning wheel.
Connecticut, the like main Connecticut airport, because my parents live nearby, and I've never stood in a line. I've almost never seen another person there. It's so
Yeah.
empty, and then everyone's so nice, and they're like, "Oh, like have a great time," like so kind.
Yeah.
And then I'll fly from there to JFK, and as soon as you get, it's like take your computer out, put it away,
Yeah.
take your shoes off, don't take your shoes
I
off.
love that. I laugh every time when I see that TikTok where it's just like, take it off! Take it off! Like when that guy's like yelling.
Yeah.
I almost get bummed when airports are too dead because I pay for Clear. You know, they're like using the line.
Why wouldn't TSA pre-check exist?
Because I haven't bothered. I need to go do TSA
It's
pre-check.
way
and I need
better.
to
It's
get-
cheaper too.
I need to get global entry also.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm going to be going back and forth to Norway a bunch. But like, yeah. So anytime I walk up to Clear and then I notice there's no line and I'm like,
You're like,
fuck,
what's
what
the
am I doing?
point? Yeah.
I'm from Kansas, and so
I'm
I
sorry.
flew out of.
Oh,
Hey, I live 6 years in
Get
Kansas.
over it.
I'm
Thank
proud
you.
Kansas over here.
So I've flown out of the Wichita airport a lot, and I've flown out
That's
of
where I
Kansas.
lived for 6 years.
The Wichita
That's where I
Airport?
grew up. Have we
Oh.
had this conversation before?
Whoa.
I knew that you lived in Kansas, but I didn't know.
No, I grew up in Wichita for 28 years.
What
I
elementary
got
school
a
did you
pack
go
of
to?
racist cousins in Wichita.
I mean, that does not surprise me. Yes.
What elementary school did you go to?
Catholic school, so I went to St.
Oh, okay.
Thomas.
I
Sorry,
went
sorry.
to Beach Elementary. I don't know if that rings a bell to you.
Beach, like Beechcraft?
No, like
There's no beach in Wichita.
Like the tree, I'm sure.
Kansas, I'm being ridiculous.
It's landlocked.
I was like,
I'm being silly.
Okay, I was like, I can't answer any.
I'm not
more
denying your
questions.
Wichita
Your
experience.
face, you're like, I know the name of my own school.
Anyway, my point is, in Wichita and in Kansas City's old airport, they do have a new airport that's very nice. They don't even have separate lines for like TSA pre-check and clear and stuff. You go through the regular security
This is
line
so
with everybody
true.
else, yes, but you get a little laminated pass that you hand to the security guard at the front, and they let you keep your shoes on.
Oh, that's so nice.
Last time I was at
Everything else is the same.
Last time I was at the airport, there was like one very special, like TSA bag thing where you didn't have to take your shoes off, you didn't have to take your
Yeah,
electronics
there's a new
out.
Oh,
new
yeah.
machine.
Yeah, but they only
Yeah.
had one. There were
Yeah.
like 10 machines, and a single one was the one you didn't have to take
Yeah,
your
because they're
electronics out.
extremely more expensive.
Yeah, I
My
guess,
s-
but it's JFK.
My sister has a propensity for like forgetting her ID or like her partner takes her ID home before she's leaving. So like we've wound up in the airport without her ID like twice.
God.
Oh boy.
It's honestly kind of lit. Like for two white women, like fully admitting that, but like you just like go up and talk to the security and you're like, hey, sorry, we forgot our ID. And then they literally just walk you through security.
Yeah.
And, like, if you're with men, they'll separate you and say, like, are you being trafficked? Do you need help? But if you're just two women, they're just like, yeah, cool.
It's okay.
Like, okay, we'll walk you through. You don't wait in line. You go through the security thing. Obviously,
like-
probably a privileged thing, but, like, it was
I
pretty
hear
nuts.
you, but my anxiety just ticked up
Oh,
so
no.
much.
It was not fun while it was happening.
Yeah.
But, like...
But you're like, I gotta forget
In
my ID
hindsight-
more often.
Yeah, in
In
hindsight, like, that was kind of
In
cool.
hindsight, we were in, like,
like
it
the-
happened in Orlando, and the lines were insane
Yeah.
with Disney families, right? And, like, it would have taken us an hour to get through security, and it took us 12 minutes.
Wow.
So, like, afterward, we were like, is this the strat? Like, you just
And you
forget
forgot
your ID? Like,
And if they're like, oh, well, did you search? Like, if they won't do that, like, won't let you fly, just be like, oh, whoops, I found it. Sorry,
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
stay in the line.
oh, shit, sorry, yeah.
I did not have. So I got married last year, and
Congratulations! Woo!
Put a
you.
medal spoon?
my name changed, and I got my name changed. I was getting my name changed on various IDs, and I got
Such a
my
pain in the
I got the
ass.
paper receipt for my driver's license that had my new name on it, but my plastic license
Yeah.
hadn't come in yet, and we were traveling. I don't remember if it was our honeymoon or if it was something else. We were going somewhere, and so I had the differing licenses, and so I Googled everything I was supposed to do. I brought my marriage certificate with
my
me in
God.
my backpack. Like I had all this documentation with me, and I got up to the front of the line, and I was like, hey. My flight is under the name. My flight is under one of these names. My ID says this other name. I have all this documentation. Like this is what I have. And I start pulling it out of my bag, and he's like, no, don't do that. You need to go all the way. It was a really long line. He's like, you need to go back to the desk and get the name on your flight changed. And I'm like, that.
No.
I'm told by the United website that this costs several $100s to do at this stage. I would rather not do that. Can I show you this documentation? And he's like, you don't want to do that. You're going to have a really difficult time. And I'm like,
Whoa, okay,
what's going to
see
happen?
that.
And he goes, I don't know. I need to check with my supervisor, but it's not going to be fun. And I'm like,
I guess
Dang.
I don't expect
this
it to be
raises
fun.
the most important point about any of this is like it all comes down to the mood of
Yes,
the person.
yes,
that-
yes.
100%.
If the TSA person is just having a bad day, you are fucked.
he was so pissy with me, and he was like carting me around this area, the airport, and like making me take off shoes and stuff. And then finally, I get over to this one area with like a lady, and he's like, she's gonna pat you down and search your bag. And I'm like, okay. And he finally left, and then she like patted me down in like 1 second.
Yeah.
Opened my bag, went yup, closed it, and was like, you're good.
Oh no!
Yeah.
She was like, this is a
Torture.
torture. Like,
Pro strat for anyone who's getting married and changing their name: make your partner do the paperwork. That's what I had done.
interesting.
I was like, we had to have the discussion about who was changing whose
Right.
name and what we were gonna do. And I'm like, my maiden name I don't care for that much, so I will take your name, but you have to do the work.
That's good. That's
I
good.
love that. I love that.
Yeah, with my wife, the DMV, we like brought all the documentation and stuff, and the DMV was like, this isn't the right marriage certificate. And I'm like, what do you mean?
What's the wrong marriage?
This is
You get
the
one.
certificate that they gave us, that they signed. It's just the thing. It's like, no, it's not the right thing. And I'm like, it
Well,
is.
you sign the license, and then you get the certificate.
Right. We had the right thing.
Oh, okay.
But that's the kind of thing that they were trying to say. It's like, oh no, this isn't the thing. It's like, yes, it is. And so we basically like had to like order another copy
Of the same thing.
of the same
Oh my
thing.
God.
And they took that one.
Oh.
Did they
Yeah,
give you, like,
because
a
it looked
certified
it looked
copy?
more like a like a little frame around it or whatever.
That blue border, yeah.
Yeah.
That's so funny. You married the wrong person.
Next time, get married at the airport.
Yeah, have the TSA person officiate.
Yeah.
Well, we talked about airports for a real long time.
Yeah, that was an unexpected gold mine.
Yeah.
What do people want to see at Summer Game Fest that they're allowed to talk about?
That is so
The-
like full of what am I allowed to talk about?
Well, the thing, yeah, I know.
I don't know what I'm
Everything's
We're not
leaked.
No, I know.
Literally everything's leaked. Like what?
Well, like that was what we were talking about earlier. It's like there's so many different embargoes, and I don't remember. So I'm like, can we say that like that like this game that everyone already knows about, like that we want to see that at SGF? I'm not sure. I don't remember
You can
right
strongly
now.
hint without breaking any rules.
We can talk about like the public. We don't have to say what we know. We can also just talk about because there's like been a bunch of rumors today.
That's
There's
true.
been a bunch of rumors over the last 2 days. Some of them are true, and I know this, and some of them are not true, and I know this. But you know, there are rumors that are true that I'm excited to see, and there are rumors that are untrue that I wish I could see. So you know,
Yeah.
I
Well,
have feelings
I mean,
about all of them.
a big one since they announced they're doing a stream tomorrow now. Metaphor Refantagio.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
They're doing a whole.
We can talk about that.
Yeah, you were
That's
crazy
that.
hyped
Jeff
on that
said that was going to be at
last
SGF.
night.
you were
Jeff
Yeah,
told
I,
us it was
I
gonna be
saw
there.
the future.
safe.
I saw, like, literally I said it, and then, like, the chat was like, hey, Jeff Keighley just announced this. I was like, are you serious?
Does anybody want drinks or anything?
I'm okay.
Water.
Water would be
Thank
great.
you.
Still or sparkling?
Still.
Water?
Okay.
Oh.
Anything else?
Good.
I'll take a still also.
Okay.
Still
I'll
one.
have a still as well,
Okay,
please.
4 still waters.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Some-
Metaphor's like definitely the top of my list. Like I would say at this point,
Mine too.
because like I don't know what Jeff Keighley's doing with the whole Kingdom Hearts 4 like stuff with how he's reacting on social media. I don't think it's gonna be
He
there.
said it's not going to be there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he could lie.
Lie.
Free
That's one of
yourself.
our bets. That is one of our bets in the betting
Yeah,
special.
he
Will
could
Jeff
lie.
Keighley lie?
That's
Why?
like
I don't think he's gonna straight lie.
Can you explain? Because I don't understand. Can you explain to me why people are so convinced it's going to be there?
Because so what happened was
they want
Kingdom
reasons.
Hearts
Yeah.
was like there were tweets that Kingdom Hearts was doing, and Jeff Keighley did just simple side eye emote, and that made everyone go feral.
Oh.
No,
I didn't
Jeff
realize he had
Keighley.
done
No,
that.
Jeff Keighley
He knows
dug
the
his
game
own.
he's playing, I see.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
he
yeah.
did it.
He does that a lot.
He he instigated this shit, and then so like that's why people were asking him
I see.
during the first Q&A, and
Why
he's
would
like,
he do
I don't
that?
know why people think this. It's like, cause you're
You're
stirring the
out
pot on
there.
social media.
Okay. I
can't- you
Keighley,
can't
you're
just
a
like the
liar and a
thing without it meaning
troll.
more.
You've given me a lot more empathy for Kingdom Hearts fans.
Yeah,
Thank you.
so and then it's like, okay, cool, we're not gonna get Kingdom Hearts 4,
Thank
sure.
you.
And then he starts doing it again.
Wait, really?
Yes, he did it a
Thank you
couple
so
of
much.
a couple of days
You
ago.
want the other one.
He did the whole like Pedro drinking drinking picture from Backyardians or whatever.
Oh my god.
Penguin?
Yeah,
do I
yeah,
need
yeah,
to do I need to go back to my desk tonight and write a Kingdom Hearts 4 show
Yes.
and hit shell
I'd
for
be surprised if
TVN?
it wasn't
People
done
talk
by
about
the time
other
we're
stuff
done.
while I show
Oh
you
my
all the
God.
replies that he has done.
Yeah, I
Oh
want
my
to
God.
see these.
Yeah.
Someone said earlier what my hype or asked what my hype level is for 2XKO being at SGF, and I don't have an appointment for it, so I don't think it's gonna be there because I
Is that
imagine
the Riot thing?
that's the used to be Project L.
They keep changing the name, and I'm like, what is this thing called?
They changed it once. But yeah, I imagine if it was going to be there, I would have been offered an appointment for it. So my hype level for it being there is probably pretty low.
High hopes, low
Damn.
expectations.
Yeah.
I don't remember who it was on social media, but I was reading it and it started like it was going to be a sorry, we're not going to be at Summer Game Fest. But it went on for just a couple of sentences too long.
Ooh.
Where it was like, we're definitely not. If you're expecting it, don't expect it. And I'm like, I literally can't tell right
The lady
now.
done
I was
was
with
too
you there for a while,
much.
but-
Just too
I
much.
was like, there is no cheeky smile face or anything to help me understand what the context of this tweet was. So I'm like, I guess you're gonna be there? Maybe? No? Okay.
Well, and then we just had that like Heart Machine Devolver teaser.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
that
It's
was
like we don't have Hyper Light Breaker yet. You're
Yeah.
okay?
It's like, what's going on? What are you guys up to?
Yeah, that's an interesting situation
No
though, because
comment.
like Hyperlight Breakers sort of like it. Help me here. Like it's publishing situation. It's being published by Gearbox.
The Gearbox or Private Division? But they're both in like weird
Yeah.
situations.
Yeah.
Don't
Yeah.
I thought it was Gearbox, but
Yeah, I think
I'm,
it might be.
You know, not sitting here looking at my computer.
Yeah.
So that's like sort of an interesting situation where it's like they've got one game that's like probably pretty close to coming out, but then they've got that's with one publisher, and then they've got this other relationship they're dealing with, and
Right. I'm trying to find it, and I swear, like
Wait, no, it is-
he must have deleted it. He must have deleted it.
Uh-oh.
you think he realized he screwed up?
I follow Kingdom Hearts
You-
content creators.
Wait, do you
I'm
like
sure
Kingdom
able to find
Hearts?
it.
What? I
What'd you
never
say?
heard
What'd you
this.
say?
Sorry, Cam.
What'd you just say?
I like Kingdom Hearts.
I'm sorry.
What's that? Never heard of it.
Never heard of that.
It's a really cool crown you got on your necklace. What's
Cam's
that
Twitter name is Cam Final Mix.
Yeah. It was so funny. So Snowbike Mike was
Yes!
playing Kingdom Hearts 1 on
3D printed
stream
Nintendo
on like
plastic.
one of the
Wow.
funny streams.
Yeah.
Right when he's starting, like I think the title card came up, and he's just like, wait, Cam, is Final Mix from this? Cam Final Mix? And I'm just like, Mike,
like a
how
hard
did you
therapy
not
session
know
with
this
us.
already? Like,
Y'all, if you have not seen Snowbike Mike experience Kingdom Hearts, you really have to. A grown man figured out that Mickey was a part of Disney.
I remember that.
It was
It's
fantastic.
funny 'cause, like, I don't see a lot of their stuff, but like every once in a while, like one of these Mike stories will come across where he just like doesn't know some very like seemingly basic thing.
Yeah.
What did he
love
think
him
Mickey
so
was?
Yeah, that's amazing.
It's amazing.
That's like all those videos
It
that
is
are like,
so good.
drummer from this band has never heard this song, and they
Yeah.
play it, and I'm like, how the fuck have you never
Some
heard
of
this?
you just missed shit.
What?
This tweet. Jeff Keighley addresses the desperation from Kingdom Hearts fans over Kingdom Hearts 4 at the Summer Games Fest. Quote, ever the rogue pawn knocked from the board early in the game, utterly useless and forgotten.
Oh my gosh.
Drumeo Spy. That one girl was, never mind.
Mickey lives in the WB water tower, right?
Maybe there's
Yeah.
So Kingdom Hearts is coming
Hanging
to
out with Roger
Steam.
Rabbit.
So maybe it's a Kingdom Hearts Steam.
Jeff does do that kind of shit where,
Yeah.
where he'll act
Oh.
cagey,
What the
and
fuck?
it seems like he's teasing like something huge like Kingdom Hearts 4, but it's really just Kingdom Hearts is coming to Steam or some shit. And you're
Oh.
like, God damn it, Jeff.
Well, they already made the announcement and the release date, and it's,
Right,
and it's just
true.
like,
But he
are they
does
real?
stuff like that a lot,
Yeah.
where
so-
it's like he'll act like he knows something either way.
Yeah.
I want to be clear before I say this that I do like and appreciate Kingdom Hearts.
Oh boy.
And I'm not trying to.
Are you sure you want to say
Nothing
whatever
good
you
has
want to
ever
say
came
right
after
now?
that.
No, it's fine. It's mild.
Cam,
But
here, take
it's-
this gun for no reason.
No, it's okay.
Is it possible that there is something else Kingdom Hearts? I don't know anything. This is not based on any intel. Is it possible that there's something else Kingdom Hearts flavored that could be?
I mean,
at
there's
this
missing
thing?
Link, but
like,
I don't.
Do you not think that they could be announcing Kingdom Hearts 3.78912
Over 3 days.
Over 3 days.
Fantasio
Final
Brave
mix.
Exvius.
Metaphor X
Like-
cross.
On mobile re-chain key. Like
I was just
that's
thinking
like
that
a
Kingdom
total
Hearts Pie.
possibility, right?
Kingdom Hearts
Death,
Pie.
754/9 death by walking. Sora and Fortnite, all of these things.
Sora and Fortnite.
Oh,
That is
you're
ins-
on to something there.
That's
No,
an
that
inspired-
actually that is
Because
no.
Disney said they never
'Cause-
would, but maybe Square would.
Yeah.
This is good.
But
Kingdom
no,
X
Disney has a
Hearts,
whole
Kingdom Carts.
thing going
It's
on
actually
right
Kingdom
now.
Hearts.
But it would be
Well, I mean,
K-E-A-R-T-S.
Well, Nintendo said they never would.
The Kingdom
Yeah.
Hearts licensing and how all that works is like way more complicated. Well, okay, so we don't know anything official, but like from what I've come to learn, it's like Disney owns Kingdom Hearts and they license it to Square, but Nomura needs to like approve anything Disney does with Kingdom Hearts. So like even if Disney wants to do something, Nomura has the final say,
Kingdom
which is like very interesting. Yeah,
You're spelling it wrong. It's
that's a
K-E-A-R-T-S.
very interesting thing. If that is true, that's like what I've come to learn. But like I don't know. There's no. We have not seen
More belts.
She needs
the
more
agreement
belts.
that they made 20+ years ago.
I
so.
want someone to
That
do
makes sense,
like
kind of, in
a
a
deep
weird way.
dive, like inside story type feature on how they got Sora and Smash.
No clip.
Like,
Oh, yeah.
No clip.
I
Get on
want that story.
Well,
I'm fucking Dale
Nomura
just
said.
said right
no, I know
now.
he's like casually said, but I want like the deep, like.
I honestly
clip.
don't think it's that. I bet John T. Drake was like, "Hey, we want Sora and Smash," and then then Disney was just or like, you know, Nintendo reached out to Disney. John T. Drake was like, "Hey, Nomura, can we have Sora and Smash?" And then he was like, oh, I don't know if it'll fit the lore of Kingdom Hearts. I'm like, why does that matter?
The lore
Like,
of Kingdom Hearts.
that's literally what he said, though. He's like, how is it going to make sense in the world of Kingdom Hearts? I'm like, why does that matter? Like,
Yeah.
we want to, but then we ended up
sense.
going for it.
How
so.
does anything make sense
Yeah.
in the lore of Kingdom Hearts?
Also, I've never heard anyone spell out John Drake's middle.
Twitter account.
John T. Drake.
He is silent.
I've always
John.
like I was introduced his
John.
name like I was introduced when I first heard his name was John T. Drake, and that's how I've always called him since then.
Andrea's John Drake?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
John T. Drake.
John T.
John T.
Drake.
Michael P. Huber.
Yeah, Michael P. Huber.
John T.
Anyone else got a middle initial?
I have two.
But you can't just drop that and then
Are
not
they
say
good? Like,
Both of my parents' names.
oh, nice.
That's nice. Chat, you got any good
John
middle names?
T. Drop your middle names in the chat. Middle name reveal.
Social security number, credit card.
Tweet us with a photo of the front of your credit card and drop your 3-digit code.
Docs! 24.
Summer Docs Fest.
Oh my gosh.
It does stand for penis. We don't usually talk about that.
Yeah.
Michael P.
Doesn't like,
Huber.
like
He's ashamed. Angelo is
Thanks.
fucked up. That's crazy.
that's great. It's a great middle name. I love it.
Everyone
That's
calling
also cool.
Daniel Blood just really. I have a problem. I do this with
Daniel.
everybody at IGN too, because we have many people at IGN who go by their last name.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's Simon.
So
Michael Calabro goes by. Everyone
Cal.
calls him Cal.
Yeah.
That's Michael, and there are like 70 Michaels.
Yeah.
I'm at your level, but on the opposite side. So we're like at each other's throats in this metaphor. No, because like Game Informer, everyone's last names because everyone's first names is the same. for
Yeah.
some
Oh
reason.
well. Yeah.
So like people
got
like
6
Hanson
Michaels.
Yeah.
who go off and make min-max, people start calling him Ben, right? And I'm like, who the is Ben? Like people come and talk to me during these things. They're like, oh, you're gonna go see Ben from min-max. I'm like, I don't
Who?
Yeah.
know who
Who?
you're
Did
talking
they hire a Ben?
Who's Ben? I guess I'll meet this Ben guy.
Yeah.
But like,
Okay, so update. So
Okay,
basically,
yeah,
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
yeah.
okay.
We should get
So
I'm
yeah.
really invested in this.
So he did the side-eye emo, and then he did the Q&A, and then he said like,
No
oh,
Kingdom
anyone
Hearts.
who's anyone who thinks Kingdom Hearts 4 is coming, yeah.
Get over yourself.
And so
you
now
babies.
it's just like, but the thing is like now he's continuing to stir the pot. So is he just being like a dick, basically, in my opinion, and just like stirring the pot even more?
Yeah.
Or is he actually being coy and like he does have something? Because he basically there was the Summer Days of Play
Playdays, yeah.
deal sale that was happening.
Oh,
And
that, okay.
specifically it was Wario 64. Specifically under the Kingdom Hearts sale listing, he does he did this, which I want to find it really quick.
I feel like we need a whiteboard.
Yeah.
With
The
He
Charlie
responded with
Day.
that.
yes.
Like, why do that?
Pointing.
Oh,
Epiphany,
we don't
Epiphany.
Yeah, that is weird.
It is weird.
That is weird.
What did he
Okay, hold
do?
on,
It's the thing about the Kingdom Hearts sale, and it's like this
Oh.
image of a blue
from
penguin
Why would you do that?
Backyardigans.
from Backyardigans sipping a drink, looking
Yeah, he's like kind of like suspicious look
like
type thing.
it's very eyes
He's
emoji.
fucking
Yeah.
with you, Cam.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah,
fucking
it's very
with
like
you.
sips.
yeah, I know, and so like the KH community's like,
Can I see
what-
it again? I want to look at what the Kingdom Hearts tweet actually was.
It's literally just it's just showing that the
It's Wario 64
Why
Kingdom
are you
Hearts
saying
all-in-one
Peach?
package is $39.99 on US PSN, also on PS Plus Extra, and it's
1,000
Woody
exorcists.
holding Sora back.
1,000 exorcists.
Yeah, I don't know. I
It's
don't
just
know
a
what
weird
he's doing
it's
here.
a weird thing to engage with.
Just
Like I don't
playing around with.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I feel
He's
like
playing with your heart, Cam.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Get him!
So, but like also, I don't. Yeah, I like going into this event. I did not think Kingdom Hearts 4 was gonna be here. I still don't. But like, it's just like
I don't think so.
Jeff, why you do this? Why are you doing this?
We're gonna get Persona 6.
Oh, at the Xbox showcase, I could see that. I could see it.
We know that it's a green logo.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a green logo.
Or another re-release of some kind.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just can't stop thinking that we need to make some kind of a game called like X Cross Multiplied, but it's
Same thing.
But here's the thing. So Rebirth is saying marketing Persona 6 before Metaphor is a bad move. They did that with Metaphor and Persona 3 Reload. And Persona
I was
3
just
Reload.
thinking extra 7.
I was gonna say that.
What is
That's
the
really
Greek?
different.
What's the Greek
Yeah.
name for
Because
X?
it's a
Kai.
remake versus a new IP,
Right,
and then
right.
a new IP versus
X.
like that's
CHI,
fair.
like
I mean,
Kingdom Hearts actually has broken my brain on how to pronounce that Greek letter.
What?
I used to know this. I did
Kai?
ancient
Kai?
Greek in school.
Yeah.
But they tried to tell me it was what? Key?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
they
no.
did- they
Xehanort
tried.
mentions that it's Kai. Like he says Kai. Or, he literally says Kai.
fool!
No.
Right, of course!
No, you're not gonna give us shit for this. No.
Let's do it.
Xehanort, he's transparent. He's saying like it stands for Kai or Key, whichever you prefer. Like,
Okay.
It's real both sides of you, Xehanort.
Yeah.
Some bullshit.
I do like Kingdom Hearts! I'm not trying to be mean!
no, it's one of those things like. There are I would say like a good chunk of the Kingdom Hearts fans like
I'm passive in my enjoyment.
Yeah,
Hey Cam, did you know that
Neutral
Roxas
to
is
positive.
Sora with an X in it?
I think it's nice when Mickey shows up.
Did you know Mickey is from Disney?
Did you know that?
I was playing Final Fantasy VII Remake the other day, and my roommate, who does not play video games at all, came in and she goes, "You know what this looks like? Kingdom Hearts." I was like, "You know what, Chloe?
love it.
Yes,
Wow.
it
Yes,
does.
it does.
Yes, it does."
Cloud is actually from Kingdom Hearts.
God.
Or maybe Smash.
That's where
I
she
forget
knows
which
him
one's
from.
first, yeah. Smash, maybe.
That's the first time I saw him, Kingdom Hearts.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I forget that you're 8 years old.
Dragon
What year
Quest
did
1
Final
through
Fantasy come
3
out?
HD.
Or
Yeah.
2?
Do we think that this is okay? Do we think the Dragon Quest 3 that was first announced Dragon Quest 3? Do we think that's an actual trilogy? Do you think that they're gonna put all 3 in one? I don't think so.
I think so.
You really think so?
I really think so.
What is this?
First of all, Dragon Quest 1,
Oh,
like
Dragon Quest.
a modern remake of that is like super short and
You could be in a sitting, or 2 sittings.
or
I'd say.
just simplistic in a way. You know, like it would be really hard for them to put that out. You know, maybe if they made it like cheap at like $10 or whatever, but at Square they don't want to charge $10 for anything.
35 minimum, yeah.
And the fact that like those first 3 all connect, and the way that they're being cagey
Yeah.
with that tweet was like they didn't say 3. They just like, here's a logo. It's a Dragon Quest thing. I think it is.
See, I wish I went back to when they
I'm
did
excited
the
to
original
see it.
announcement and see if they said like verbatim if it was a Dragon Quest 3 remake or if it was a remake of Dragon Quest or something like that. Like they didn't specify the entry because they showed Dragon
I
Quest
think
3.
I think it was supposed to be 3.
They showed Dragon Quest 3. I actually just played through that first trilogy for the first time.
Right.
And
So
all those games
like
were
I've
so
never
good.
played 2 or 3. So like 3 is actually a prequel, right?
Yeah, but it's like it is a prequel and like spoilers for a 40-year-old game.
Quick, turn off.
Yeah, so 3 is a prequel, but like it's not relevant until the last like 4 hours of the game.
Oh, okay.
It's like, and so for me, like I don't think you really need to do the first 2 games, even though I think they're good for what they are. Like, I would just do the 3rd game and like, the first 2 still exist if that makes sense. But also I don't think that they would split them. I think what they would try and do is try and make it into a cohesive experience where
Right.
like
Yeah, that's what
they're
I was thinking.
they're
Yeah,
all
yeah.
put together.
But it's like basically
which,
one story.
that could make sense, but I'm also kind of curious of like, would they do it 1, 2, 3 again, or would they do 3, 1, 2? Because like that's the thing is like 2 is so loosely connected compared, even more so than like 3 to 1, because 2 is literally just the hero and the other 2 party members are the royal descent of the hero of the first game.
Right.
That's all it is. So like the hero in 3 is not, I at least I don't think so. I don't think he's like blood related to the hero of the first game. It's just 1 and 2. 3 is just he becomes Erdrick, which is like the hero, like the kind of hero of legend in that world in the first game. So it's just like, I don't know. I think they're so loosely tied together that they could do it. I think it'll just be the 3rd one, personally. But I'd be happy if it's all 3.
Our chat says, specifically says Dragon Quest 3, the original trilogy.
Okay.
Yeah, but more recently, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah.
It's been like they didn't even said anything other than the logo, really.
Yeah, based off of so Hero from 1 is descended from Erdrick, isn't he? Based on when I played the first game, it didn't sound like that they were he sounded like kind of like a hero of legend type story when people were talking about him, not like, oh, this is your old ancestor or anything like that.
But you just got started on
I'm playing
one
4
of
right
my
now.
favorites in the series, yeah.
Yeah, I've heard 4, like, I think it, like, depends, but I feel like 4 or 5, well, I would say, like, definitely, like, 5 and 8 are, like, the 2 contenders for, like, the top spot.
Yeah, I've heard a lot
Like,
of good things about 5 and not got to play it yet. But
Yeah.
I definitely played 8
But I
and
know
loved that.
people really love 3, and people love 4, and people love 11, but I want to play all of them, so, I think those, I know that, like, I did some research, kind of, seeing how people felt about the Switch versions of Dragon Quest 1 through 3, because they're basically ports of the mobile version. And I saw some people say that they like really liked it, some people that they didn't like it because it kind of had that issue that the older the mobile versions of FF 1 through 6, where they did like the new pixel art and it looked a little.
Right.
I didn't really see that. I didn't really notice that. I thought they were really good ports. I would play them. I would recommend them. So.
Now I want to go to Dairy Queen.
DQ.
Oh, yeah.
I think there's like one Dairy Queen in all of LA or some shit.
Remember
Are there
Dilly
Sonics
bars?
here?
They have what? Dilly bars, yes. What?
Yeah.
What's a dilly bar?
It's the
This is
thing
a
from
little
Dairy
ice cream
Queen.
bar, yeah.
Oh, also 4 is the only one.
They're
Well,
good.
3 technically,
wasn't it
but
the chocolate
4 is the
one?
only one
It's
that
the
has
like
a
just ice cream
female
circle
hero.
dipped in.
Because I always got
in
the
Dragon
ones
Quest
that were
games.
like the
3
red,
3 has one.
Star?
the red
But,
Oh, that's
I
a
don't
dilly
know
bar.
what-
They
It's
don't
just
like
strawberry.
reflect
Yeah,
it
it's
in
just
the
okay.
text.
It's
It's
either cherry
interesting.
or strawberry. I always just
yeah,
went
one
with
of those.
red.
I'm not sure I've
It's
ever
just.
been to
I mean, it is just red.
just
not-
red.
It resembles no natural flavor.
Exactly, but it's delightful.
red flavor.
And I wish
It's
I could
red,
go
yeah,
back
red
to the
flavor.
times
Disgusting.
in my childhood when I could put just a red thing in my mouth and not worry.
There's a pretty good ice cream store down the street.
That's a-
Don't tell me that. That's
a
that's
really
gonna be a
good-
problem.
Just floating that out
That's
there.
gonna
Yeah.
be a problem.
I'm just
I think
floating
it
that out
has
there.
that spot has I think the best peanut butter chocolate ice cream.
And
in
they've
Los
got
Angeles.
vegan options.
Yeah.
Lots of vegan options.
Cam took me for my first In-N-Out today.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
How'd you-
In-N-Out?
how'd you feel?
In-N-Out has
How'd you feel?
nothing I can eat.
We need a review.
It was fine.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's-
Yeah,
Like,
that's
it's
fine.
so-
That's why I told
normal
them.
reaction.
In-N-Out is one of
That's-
those things
that's
where
what
I'm
I
just
told
like,
them.
I fully do not understand
It's fine.
why this is so hyped.
I think
Well,
it's
it's not super
reliable and it's
expensive. Yeah,
cheap.
it's
That's
reliable.
the
That's
best.
kind of the thing.
Yeah.
I think people overhype it, but really the thing about In-N-Out is that it's cheap. It's not like, a high class, burger that you get at like an actual diner or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's cheap. It's better than like, the usual fast food burgers.
It has something called animal style, which I think
Yeah.
appeals to people. The idea.
Secret menu.
the secret
People love a
menu.
secret
Yeah,
menu.
people
I think,
Yeah.
that's the other thing too,
Menu.
is that their menu is basically just
Very
doesn't
simple.
change. They don't add a bunch of weird stuff.
Yeah.
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 My first In-N-Out experience was actually an E3 story because I came for my very first E3 in 2017, and I had never been to LA before, and I was a little small town girl in a big city, and I went to what was EA doing? They were doing EA Play
Yeah.
at
Right.
the time,
Yeah, yeah.
and that was always the
Parking lot
first
across the
event.
street or whatever that year.
That was
or-
always it was in Hollywood, wasn't
the
it?
Oh,
Palladium?
It's usually
Yeah.
Devolver.
Was
that
Yeah,
gets
the
the-
It was
Palladium.
that year,
Yeah,
yeah. Okay,
yeah.
Up at
And
the Palladium.
it was
or
always the
whatever?
first event of the week.
That
It was like
was
a
so
day-long
weird.
thing. You'd show up, you'd sit in these deeply uncomfortable seats.
Yeah.
And watch, their showcase or whatever, and then you'd immediately go out onto their little tent campus and play the games that they had just shown you, and it was like an all-day thing. And I was doing that. I paid my own way to go to LA.
Oh my
And I
God.
went, and I had no idea what I was doing, and I did my appointments, and it was hot all day, and I was running around, and I ate like a granola bar and a cup of coffee that morning, and then nothing else, and there was no food at the EA Play event,
The
so I was
E3 experience.
ravenous. And then my coworker and I wanted to go to In-N-Out, and so we walked 15 minutes in the
No.
wrong direction.
Oh, no!
And then
In
walked
Hollywood?
in Hollywood, and then realized our
Not very good.
mistake,
Surprised
and
you
then
didn't get murdered. and then
Microclimate.
peed on.
walked 30 minutes the rest of the way back, and we got to In-N-Out, and that was genuinely one of the best meals I've ever had. But I've never been able to recapture that. It's
Any
never
port
been
in a
as good.
storm,
No, yeah.
Yeah, Hollywood is literally the worst
So
place
bad.
in the country.
Yeah.
Well,
It is not.
wow.
I mean, no, it's not. It's the worst place in LA.
Yeah.
Okay.
my first time coming to LA, like
Right now?
I had
Oh.
like a couple of years back. I was like, I'm gonna go to Hollywood. It's gonna be really cool. So
Oh, I'm so sorry.
I got in an Uber and I
Oh no.
he dropped me off.
You were
Wait,
like, wait,
was
no,
like,
I want
sure
to go
where-
to Hollywood.
what the fuck is this?
No.
Like,
I have smelled things in Hollywood that I could not describe.
Your mind was like, making my way down. And
Yeah.
then yours like, what the fuck?
Like
Drop on the
Hollywood,
plane at LA.
Yeah, exactly.
Hollywood has like 2 buildings that are okay,
Yeah.
and then it's just a night.
I thought the
It
Hollywood
smells,
Walk of
it's full of
Fame, all the
weirdos.
stars would be in front of like glamorous buildings, and it's
Yeah.
like closed down vape shop, like corner shop.
Shitty
Like,
t-shirts.
Spider-Man with no pants on. Yeah.
Injecting heroin into his own kneecaps.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, no, Hollywood is a real weird place.
Yeah.
Like, what I always feel so bad whenever I'm up there for like the Chinese or theater or something, like, and I see all these like befuddled, because like the look on their faces is always the same, like this like tourist family from Ohio or wherever, and I'm just like, oh my god, I'm sorry no one explained this to you. Like, what you're thinking of is probably like Santa Monica or
Yeah.
Venice, and if you want to see celebrities, go to the Grove or like maybe Studio City, you know, because
Yeah.
that's where they all actually live, except for the really rich ones, which live in like Brentwood and all that. But it's just like, oh my god. Like, Rodeo Drive is what you think it is. It sucks, but it's what you think it is.
Yeah.
But, like, oh my god, Hollywood is a nightmare.
But the Magic Castles.
Magic
Yeah,
Castle.
it's a Magic Castle.
Magic Castle.
Tucked away.
Just don't be alone.
In the Magic Castle?
Outside
Outside
of the Magic Castle.
Inside the Magic Castle is
It's
fine to be alone.
removed.
Yeah,
It's
yeah, yeah.
removed from the street.
Yeah. You'd have to walk a piece to get.
Yeah.
I lived my first
You
year
can
in
so
LA.
easily drive by the Magic Castle. I have no idea.
And
Oh yeah, because
I-
it's like up on a hill.
Yeah.
You'll be able to see the Magic Castle Hotel, which looks like garbage. But yeah, the actual Magic Castle is like obscured by trees. and
It's a
stuff.
pocket dimension. Yeah.
Yeah.
It honestly feels like that when you're in there.
I'm still not convinced this isn't just made up. that
You're gonna
everyone's just
be
doing
like-
it.
You won't be convinced
Please
after you've gone
send a
that it
tweet
wasn't made
and
up.
add us after you are done.
Yeah.
To describe your experience.
You
with
can't
it.
take photos inside. I
No, you
understand.
can't.
No
That's-
photos.
There's
that's
a spot
tonight?
outside they can take
No, it's
photos.
Monday.
Yeah.
Monday.
It's Monday.
Yeah,
Okay.
it'll be a few more days.
Yeah, you can't take pictures inside at
Yeah,
all.
well,
There's,
and
there's
the-
a good photo op right outside.
Outside.
The-
There's
the
a step and repeat
And in the
outside.
front room, you can.
You can take them in the entryway, yeah.
like lobby area.
But that's the last time.
But I'm gonna be. This isn't happening until Monday, and today is
You're gonna be so
Thursday.
tired.
Thursday.
Thursday.
I'm gonna be sleep deprived.
Yeah.
I'm going to be.
You will have caught con plague by then.
I will have drank multiple nights in a row, which
Hell
is
yeah,
not
you will.
normal for me. So it's possible I'm still like tipsy and or hungover at this
Hell
point,
yeah.
and possibly drinking more, depending on what's going on
We'll
at
talk
different
about-
Are you doing a dinner or are you just going straight
Doing
into
dinner.
Oh, okay, yeah. I've
so
never
I'm,
actually
I'm gonna be
eaten there.
hungry.
Your voice is gonna be gone.
My
voice
voice is gonna be
Yeah.
gone. I'm doing karaoke tonight.
Me too.
Oh, sick. Maybe we're going to the same karaoke.
We might be.
First, we're from the same city, and well, or we live in the same city, and then we're going to the same karaoke. We have a lot in common, really. We shouldn't let Kingdom Hearts divide us.
Yeah.
Wait, speaking of,
You're doing karaoke with IGN people?
is it IGN people doing karaoke too? Not that I know of.
We could talk specifics about the karaoke offline.
Yeah.
Everyone's invited.
We don't want to. We don't want to dox ourselves like
No,
that.
I'm revealing no details about that. But anyway, it's gonna be like a hallucination the entirety of Magic Castle. I think.
I mean, I've seen my schedule for SGF, and I got like pre-exhausted on like
Yeah.
Friday of last week. Like I'm already just like, oh god, like it's gonna be a blast and it's gonna be a lot of
Always.
fun, but like
Go to karaoke song.
Great question.
let me get the list.
I love singing Hamilton. So I would like to sing something
I
from
did.
Hamilton.
I sang by myself.
Here's my karaoke list.
What is the song that Washington and
Oh my
Hamilton
God.
sing together when he one last time?
so
I
many
did a
times.
duet, a solo duet
Hell yeah.
one last time
Good.
at my last
Yeah,
karaoke.
I'll sing a lot of Hamilton.
Cam, if we ever do karaoke together, I'll do a Alexander Hamilton duet with you.
Okay.
Oh my god!
My friend Harley and I, who's also a girl, like we do the song from In the Blood from
Yeah.
what you call it,
Hades.
Hades.
Mm.
That's a
Oh,
lot
Oh, that's
of
good.
fun.
That's good.
I think
That's
They
a good
have that at
choice.
karaoke?
yeah.
The,
I mean,
the fancy karaoke that took over the old Max karaoke on this side of town.
Okay.
I
On
said too
Sawtell?
much. Yeah.
I didn't know that there was a
You
new
can
place
put
that
YouTube
went
in
in
there.
there.
Yeah, it's really, it's way nicer now. You
That's
get a
like
drink,
right next to
Is
our
it way more
office.
expensive?
You get a
Yeah.
drink included, but it's like 3 times as much.
Yeah.
Like every time we've gone there, granted we've gone with a group of like 20 people or whatever, but it's been like $600.
Ooh!
Like afterwards, we're always like, whoa!
Whoa.
Jeez.
I've never done karaoke.
Okay, we're fixing it.
Tonight, you're going to karaoke.
Oh.
tonight.
That's all.
I was
Yeah, why don't you do?
hosting it, but you're going.
You're gonna have a nice night to rest.
I'm so jet lagged still.
I mean, the key is to do karaoke because
Yeah.
everyone does karaoke at like big games industry events. The key is to do it early
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
I always
Before
get
everyone's
invited
sick.
on like the last night,
Yeah.
and at that point everyone's
You're like,
sick. I've already lost my voice.
Yeah.
I don't want to go to that.
Yeah.
You will get sick if you go to a karaoke. Like
Probably.
there's like an 80% chance just
Yeah.
anyway, but if it's at like PAX or E3 or something, it's a 300% chance.
I'm hoping. I think it's. I thought it was a small group. Is it a big group?
If we're going to the same one, it should be like 15 people.
Don't even
Whoa!
know.
Okay, we'll talk about
But
this
we're
later.
getting like a big room. It's
Yeah,
not like,
yeah,
We'll talk about this later. But
Yeah, yeah.
anyway, the key is to go like early.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
do, but because at the end it's just not good.
Yeah.
You know what's like unhinged? Have we ever done this? Fucking just morning karaoke.
We did that one.
Morning? Are they
Like,
open?
dude, no,
I've never
I
heard that.
love
Illegal.
karaoke with all my
Karaoke.
heart. It's so much fun. And like Gabby and I and our friend like Sarah and whoever, one time we went to a karaoke at 11 a.m.
It was me.
Oh my
and
God.
Because you dropped your car off.
Do you drink at
Oh,
11
right.
a.m. when you're
No,
doing
we
karaoke?
didn't. Sober
Just
as a
sing.
clam.
Oh.
Just fucking singing karaoke. You come out, it's still daytime.
Yeah,
it's
you're
like
like,
the
whoa,
movie theater
yeah.
thing where you're like, what the fuck's going on? Yeah, it's
That's
the best.
sweet. Is it? But
And
is
it's
it fun
cheaper.
when you're not drinking?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we just
Most of the
nobody-
karaoke I do
we
is
love-
sober
Yeah, yeah.
karaoke.
I feel like I feel
We
like I
go
can
to
have
show
fun
off,
doing
so it's-
karaoke while sober, but I feel like there's something about it being in the daytime where I
yeah.
suddenly
Yeah.
feel very self-conscious.
That's
Well,
weird.
no.
karaoke.
I would
is-
rather die 10,000 deaths than do bar karaoke. Like,
no,
it's
no.
private
Interesting.
room.
We-
like,
We
yeah.
do not
yeah,
do
yeah.
white people karaoke.
Yeah.
I just, okay.
Our karaoke is a
Normal.
competitive event in a private room with
I
20
see,
very
I see.
talented
Okay,
people
perfect.
Yeah.
trying to
It's just
outdo
not-
each other.
Yeah, I'd rather die
If
than do it in
anyone,
a bar.
like, yeah, I hate when I go to a where they're doing bar karaoke and someone chooses Piano Man. I'm like, bro, we don't want to hear you sing this song for 6 fucking minutes.
All right, I'm
It's
finally
okay,
pulled
it's
away
okay.
if we're going to the same karaoke tonight.
Yeah.
I'm like that,
It's
but
like
with
if anyone
Bohemian
thinks 20
Rhapsody.
times.
Yeah, that's also.
Hallelujah is the real killer. 'Cause
Oh my
people
god, that's
forget-
also.
people forget that it's like 7 minutes long.
Yeah.
It's really long.
And half of the people are singing like the Harvey version, half of them are singing the Leonard Cohen version, like and half of them are singing Rufus Wainwright version. Like nobody knows which version they're doing. It's so funny.
I'm a big Alanis Morissette girl at
Such
karaoke.
a good-
that's good.
I love
choice.
Hand in
So
My
true.
Pocket.
Yeah, hell yeah.
No, taxi. You do the you're the Canadian Yoda.
I think I like in my brain do the version from the musical, but I do follow along with the words correctly.
My karaoke jam is I Believe in a Thing Called Love by the Dark
Oh, that's
Knight.
That's such a good one.
My favorite to do is Rich Girl by Hall & Oates.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's a good one. I like Heaven on Their Minds, which is
Yes.
Judas's song from Jesus Christ Superstar. Even as a kid, I was like, this Judas guy's making some sense. He's like,
Making some
he's
good
just
points.
spitting facts over here.
Yeah,
What's going
outside
on?
of Hamilton, I also like if they have it. I like to sing "Eye to Eye" from the Goofy movie.
Oh, that's a great
that's
one.
nice.
That is
Yes.
a cut. I love
Yeah.
That.
That's another one. But like almost every time I go somewhere, they don't have it, and I'm just like, well,
Yeah.
that sucks.
Any Powerline song, really.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Stand Out would be also a good one.
Did you see those Powerline tour shirts that Disney had like a couple years ago?
Yeah.
We were at Disney one time and like we saw a few people walking around with them and they were so cool. They were like aged and they just had like locations and dates on the back, but it was a Powerline
Whoa,
like in
that is
tour
Yeah.
concert T-shirt. It was really cool.
I see you, Dan Rep V.
Yep.
Adrenaline.
Adrenaline in my soul. If they had WWE songs at karaoke, I would probably sing some WWE.
I'd sing that
wow.
one with them. Yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah, Linkin Park. In the end, I did that at karaoke last time. We did.
Someone always
Yeah.
Yeah.
invariably
It's fun.
they're that one and Kiss from a Rose and
Mhm.
usually
Yeah.
Bohemian Rhapsody. Like
Yeah.
someone will
will.
Blister in the Sun.
Mm.
Like
Yeah.
someone will put them on.
Flagpole Sitta. That's
Flagpole
another one to do,
Sitta.
Mm-hmm.
songs of a group of certain ages go to
Yeah.
karaoke songs.
Sailor Moon theme song. I
Pokemon
like that
theme
show.
song.
Oh, that's nice, yeah.
That's a good one.
It's fun in our friend group too, because like you guys are somebody like someone will bust out like a K-pop song entirely in
Hell
Korean.
yeah.
Hell
Hell yeah.
Shred it
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
completely in Korean, and
Yep.
everyone else is just
Oh
like,
well,
this is
not
crazy.
that part, but there's
went
an
to
English
Korean-
K-pop song. I'm like, let's go.
We went to Korean K-pop, we went to Korean karaoke by accident.
Yeah.
And it was like almost entirely
I was at
in
that
Korean.
one.
Yeah. And only me and my roommates could read the remote. So we were like, okay, this means song.
I was like holding my phone up to try to translate it and like taking pictures and
We
being
just
like,
had to
okay,
like
that
control
was
the
repeat.
remote. Yeah.
Yeah. At one point we I remember at that one we realized that somewhere early on we had transposed everything up a half step.
Yes.
And I was trying to do like
everything's so high.
I was trying to do I can't remember, I don't think it was like Chandelier or anything, but I was trying to do something like a pretty high song. And I topped out on one of the notes and I'm like, I can hit that. This is wrong. And I'm like, this is
Yeah.
And then I looked and I was like, yeah, it's been transposed.
It was
this
like
whole
a
time.
step and a half.
Yeah,
not
it was
even
like,
half
a step
yeah.
or two. Yeah, it was nuts. Anyway, karaoke is the best.
Karaoke.
Fair.
I got to do karaoke with Casey in Japan. It was super fun.
Oh my god. That trip sounded so cool, dude.
So good. Got to go to Nara Park.
Yeah. Really feeding deer out there.
Yeah, it was a good time.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Was that for like Tokyo Game Show? Or was
No, it was for the Dragon's Dogma 2 preview that we did.
Oh, sick!
Yeah.
Yeah. I had.
We only had one day, but we made it count.
Yeah.
Japan is amazing.
yeah.
Yeah.
Gosh.
It was so funny. Like we went for a Tokyo Game Show one time, and it was so funny because I was having like this magical, incredible, like everything was going my way, everything was amazing. And then Chris was having like the worst trip ever. Like everything was fucked for work and everything was going all insane. And I was like taking a walk to the park and I could hear like a children's choir.
Cherry blossoms
Dude,
fall on you, yeah, swirling
literally.
about.
I was like, this is an incredible country, you know? And he was just like going from airport or hotel to hotel, like trying to shoot stuff because people were being crazy. And I was just like,
no.
in a movie, you could cut back and forth between us having like the exact opposite.
Water getting splashed on him by a monster.
It's on my bucket list to cover TGS. I still haven't done it.
Oh yeah, TGS back when we were covering it was so random because it was like it was
Well,
like
it was getting bad for
It was
a few
getting
years,
bad for
and
a
now
few
it's
years.
like since we've
it's like
Picking up,
back
yeah.
now,
Yeah, it's come back, yeah.
Like the last 2 years we went before Game Trailers just decided I think to go out of business. Or no, they decided to stop going, but it was just like
Yeah,
all
the budget
mobile
got
games.
tight,
It was
yeah.
all like
And it was,
mobile
like,
weird.
one of the most expensive things outside of E3.
Oh yeah, I mean they sent like 5 of us to Japan. Like
It's more like 6 or 7, but yeah. And also because of the internet connections at the time, like, and also I think just because when they first started going, it was almost like a hubris thing, but it's like
Oh, for
stayed in
sure.
like one of the like most expensive
best
hotels
hotels, yeah.
in the city, the same one where like they filmed Lost in Translation.
Yeah, it's like the Four
Nice.
Seasons or whatever.
Ooh.
But it's like we would literally have like a bed covered in laptops. uploading videos from the show floor.
Like topping out the internet, like
Yeah, and so like even the later years,
Shit, yeah, Tokyo Slim will be there. We could just have him.
not a bad idea.
That's honestly not
That's
a bad
not a
idea.
bad idea,
Yeah.
Tokyo
That's
Slim.
actually not a bad
yeah,
idea.
the Park Hyatt. That's what it was. The one.
Park Hyatt.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like when the maid
Shibuya?
service comes in, it's like a pit crew. Like
Incredible.
yeah, zoom, 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 and it's all done.
The
It's like that episode of Nathan for You.
what's the gaming district? I always forget what it's
Akihabara?
called. Yeah, Akihabara. Like those shops were so cool, and the
Yeah.
arcades were so good.
I'll never forget going, because I went with my wife for like a honeymoon, and we walked into a store in Akihabara, went up a floor to like, you know, some sort of anime thing, and the first thing that opens is just like some sort of hentai. and my wife is just like mortified. She's just like, let's go to another floor.
I was there earlier this year and like Don Quixote is the wildest store. Because
Yes,
like,
oh my
Oh, yeah.
god.
on one wall you have like
Dun,
Pokemon
dun, dun.
toys,
Yeah,
and the
yeah.
other wall it's like dildos and sets
Yeah,
of
yeah.
like
So it's like a Spencer.
It's like a Spencer's
Yeah.
gift,
Yes,
Yeah.
but way bigger.
but huge.
And they play this theme song over and over and over again.
Japan's relationship to like sexuality
It's
and nudity
wild.
is so interesting
Yeah.
because it's like they'll censor it, but then you
But
have
it's-
Pokemon and dildos in
Yeah.
the same fucking.
Did you guys
What's
know?
going on? Welcome back.
Yeah. Did you guys know? Hokusai, who painted the Great Wave over Kanagawa, invented tentacle porn.
Wow.
Look it
Yes,
up.
I did know that actually.
Yeah.
I didn't.
I didn't.
I
No,
did not
didn't.
know
I
that
didn't.
at all, but
I did
I'm
have
like Jeff Keighley. I just claim to know.
Man,
I did
Jeff
have
is getting roasted
one,
today.
I love Jeff. It's fine.
I did have one funny karaoke story. It's actually a friend of mine's story. In the industry.
Sorry, we're talking about airports again.
But I'm not gonna say like who the developer was because I don't think it's nothing bad. But like basically he was at an event like a preview event and a Japanese developer was there, and I don't remember if he did this or if he wanted to do this, but they were pretty. They had some drinks, you know, and he wanted to ask.
Yeah.
He wanted to ask him if he would sing Baka Mitai from Yakuza with him in karaoke. And I was like, oh, I don't know. I don't remember if he actually did it or not. But I was like, oh, I wish you did it. That would be so cool.
That's your go-to karaoke song?
It's a good one.
If they had it, I would do it.
how's everyone doing? Everyone feel good?
I'm
Tired.
like you looked at your schedule and became
Yeah.
tired. Like
Yeah.
every time I think about it, I simply want to go to sleep.
It's like it's an interesting. It's always so interesting this time of year because it's like, you know, we've all been doing it for more like a decade, whatever. But it's just like knowing you've got 4 16 to 18 hour days in a row where you're gonna just get like 4 hours of sleep.
Yep.
Is just such an interesting thing because you're also like excited about all the
Yeah.
stuff you're gonna
Yeah.
see.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a blast.
But I'm
It's
just
like-
in my head, I'm just like, just don't get a migraine and everything will be fine.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
just make it through physically.
Yeah.
Like collapse on Monday or Tuesday
Right.
whenever I'm.
I always feel like I'm literally running on electricity because
Yeah.
everything
Yeah.
is so energizing.
Yeah.
And you're so excited to see everybody, and you're so
Yeah.
excited to see everything. And then when you're like walking out, and you know, like you've done your last thing, or whatever, somehow you unplug and you just shut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But also, like, I get to see various combinations of you, once, twice a year
Right,
if I'm
yeah.
lucky. But I see you all in those various combinations at a time where for an entire week I am like 20% stupider.
Yeah.
Like I sit in front of my chair and I think I'm like probably a relatively average intelligence person, and I like, know some things and don't know other things, and the things I don't know I know how to look up, and like it's fine and I can carry on a normal conversation. But I come here to this thing where I'm like, tired and have a million things going on and like am not sleeping and am in a different time zone and the air's different here and all this
Yeah.
other stuff. And I'm just 20% stupider. So I'm like running into people and like not knowing what the heck I'm talking about, and
But that's
yeah.
the thing. Everyone is.
Everyone's
Yeah,
20%
everyone's
stupider.
all there.
You're all 20%
Yeah.
stupider.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think for me it's like, like the actual days,
Goatees are so
like they're long and they're crazy, but I get so much energy from just being around everybody and seeing the games. But it's like I've been doing this show for 2 months now.
Yeah.
Right,
So it's
yeah.
like once this is done, then it's done. And everyone that's like emailing me about a preview next week or whatever, I'm like, why?
No.
I'm like, no.
And I always think I'm doing so well too. Like a couple weeks out, I'm like, okay, I'm giving myself some breaks. I've got a
No.
few breathers.
I
there.
scheduled a lunch.
I've had a
Yeah.
lunch in a couple of those days, and then somehow you get to the actual day, you're like, no, those are all gone. I don't know.
Yeah, because we got to like a week out, and then somebody who I really like and think is cool said, "Hey, let's get lunch." And I'm
Yeah.
like, "Okay, well,
Yeah.
I've got 3 windows left, and they're all fairly small, and they pick the smallest one because that's when they're free, and so that's what you do, and you just it just happens."
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
but
then,
you
like,
want to do it. You want to do it.
and all the indie shows are starting.
Yep.
So like we
Yep.
had Gorilla Collective today.
Yeah.
By the way,
Like,
they announced Volgar the Viking 2, and I'm stoked.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was not expecting that.
So like now there are things that are sort of revealed. So now people are coming to me like, "Hey, do you want to check out the thing?" And I'm like, I would love to, but I don't have the time.
Yeah. And then now, yeah, everyone on Twitter is starting to like tease things. Like Talos Principle was like teasing something.
What?
I'm like,
Oh,
"Come
were
the fuck
they?
on." Yeah, they
Oh,
were
sick.
teasing like a
DLC or something?
I think a DLC,
Yeah,
which because like
yeah.
Road
I think
to
it's too
Gehenna
soon
was in
for-
the
Yeah.
first one, but like there's a part in the game that's like an invisible maze, and they showed it like substantial and like covered in moss, and I'm like, well, shit, like okay, all right, like I remember where that is, like. Guess I shouldn't have just deleted that off my computer.
Oh, man, what a game.
I love
There's
it.
also all those like, you know, weird like leaker accounts that have all these like weird names. You know, there are things like Naruto X Cool.
It's actually Naruto Cross Cool.
Cry if that's what you feel like.
But it's like, oh yeah,
Cool.
a noted leaker Naruto Cross Cool, who's been right in the
20.
past, who
Yeah.
accurately leaked the infamous Nintendo Direct of 2016, says that we're getting whatever.
That's my favorite thing with leakers is like it's such a funny, even like people who are like industry insiders who like say stuff all the time and are wrong 90% of the time.
Yeah.
It's like it's such a funny business where it's like if you're right like once or twice, everyone just believes you and forgets when you're not right. It's like, okay.
Remember Waddle Dee Knows?
No.
Wait,
No, I don't think
do you
so.
guys not know that story?
Please tell.
Oh my gosh. So a while back, who made this? Who was this? Who was behind this account? I've just totally blanked on who was responsible for this. Somebody in our industry, someone in chat's going to tell me, it's fine. Someone in our industry who's lovely. John Cartwright, thank you so much. It was
Okay.
John Cartwright who did this.
Oh, I
made,
do know
made this little account, locked it down, and it was called Waddle Dee Knows. And it
this.
had like a little Waddle Dee profile picture, no followers, no nothing, fresh account, and then locked down so nobody could see it, like it had no followers. Just started tweeting over the course of time a bunch of random stuff that could conceivably be in a Nintendo Direct at some point. Like, you know, is just shooting in the dark, a bunch of random things. You know, Splatoon DLC, Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze 2, like all this stuff. They tweeted just tons and tons and tons of it. And then we had a Nintendo Direct, and he went back, and because he had made like a gajillion guesses, a lot of them were right. So he deleted all the ones that were not right, and then unlocked the account. And then somebody found it,
my
and it
God.
took off, and everyone's like, "This leaker correctly predicted the Direct."
Oh my
And
god.
it was all kind of like a social experiment to show how easy
Yeah.
it is to
is.
just say nonsense
Yeah.
and make yourself into a prophet.
Yeah, he eventually like came clean and was like, "Hey, this is what this is."
Yeah.
But it was.
This is an art project.
Yeah, but I think like a couple websites wrote about it too,
Yeah.
and we're like, "This guy is a leaker or whatever," and yeah, it was really interesting. Yeah.
Not us though, right?
No. We did not write about it. No. We have internal rules on the news team about what we do, about what leaks we write about, and usually I will say not 100% of the time, because I'm sure like somebody internally will like find the one time that we didn't do it, but at least in recent years, if we are writing about a leak, it is because we ourselves have heard something independently that confirms that leak and feel decently confident in it. It's not always true.
There is it's a very rare and special feeling in life to get a legitimate publication to write something as fact based on a joke you made.
Yeah.
It feels great.
Like, do you remember Glorbo? It's not quite what you're describing.
Glorbo sounds familiar.
Oh, I mean, I get to tell all sorts of stories.
I remember
It was
the
a great
word,
day.
but I don't remember what Glorbo was.
Again, I say usually I'm 20% stupider this week. Usually I sit in front of a computer and fact check myself constantly because that's why I'm a reporter. But here and speaking off the cup, I'm like, I can't remember anything. Glorbo.
Welcome to our world.
Yeah, gosh. How do you even do it? Yeah, the Glorbo Reddit thing. I think it was the Destiny subreddit. Again, someone correct me if I'm just
okay.
totally wrong on this. It might have been a different community.
Oh.
But, like, basically people on Reddit, like, who are in gaming communities, sort of figured out that AI... websites that basically just use AI to like shut out articles was scraping different video game subreddits for like conversations, and then they'd see people talking. They'd see people talking about like this boss in World of Warcraft or whatever, and then it would write an article and be like, Reddit communities are upset about boss in World of Warcraft that's doing X, Y, and Z, and they would just be like these AI articles that were totally garbage. Anyway, I think it was Destiny somebody decided they wanted to mess with the AI, and so they made a Reddit thread that was like, man, I really hate Glorbo. Glorbo's not a real thing. They made it up, but everybody they indicated in the post like what they were doing, and so everybody in the community knew, and so all the comments were just people replying and going, yeah, Glorbo's awful. Oh my god, I can't believe he does this. And it might have been Diablo also. I don't
Oh.
remember. Several communities got in on it. I know WoW is the one that I know.
The beauty
so
of the large language
WoW got in
model.
on it. But yeah, but they did it. They did manage to get like multiple AI scrapey websites to like
Write
write
so
articles about
good.
Glorbo. It is hilarious.
But not us.
Well, we did write about Glorbo, but we wrote about Glorbo in like the hey,
In the
the
actual-
community is trying to fool AI with Glorbo.
Wasn't it Elden Ring where they got tired of waiting, so they just started inventing like elaborate backstories and lore for Elden Ring before the game was out?
Amazing.
Probably.
And they were all like
yeah.
referring on the Reddit. They were like consistent like boss names and stuff.
Oh,
It was really, I think it was
funny.
Elden Ring. It was very
More
cool.
Well,
Fever
it was
spreads to Destiny 2.
Shout out to Screaming Argonaut for
Thank
finding
you
all
for
these
visiting
stories.
IGN.com.
Glorbo Fever.
Did I write that?
I feel like from now on
And
we have
boss
to
art,
call
right?
like AI. We have to call any hoax that spreads Glorbo
Glorbo
Fever.
Fever.
Any video
Yeah.
game hoax is Glorbo Fever.
Yeah, it must have been Diablo first, I think, then, and then
That's funny.
Destiny
Oh,
picked
if
it
it
up and WoW
spreads,
picked
yeah.
it up. Yeah, I wrote that.
Ah,
Great.
hey.
I told you, 20% stupider this week.
She writes a lot.
I don't know. Yeah, probably. I had because we make shells for when we're getting ready to do a showcase or something. We sit there and you're like, okay, what do we think is going to be in this? Let's just make some educated guesses. And we write a bunch of shells, and they're all things again like Jeff Keighley reveals Half-Life 3 TK. Because we don't know what it's going to say. And then we fill them out later so we can write articles faster. Anyway, I was writing a bunch of shells today, and so one of the ones we're guessing, we don't know, is Slitterhead. And I had to go back and like read information about Slitterhead because I'm not into horror games. I don't know anything about them. And I went back and read our original announcement article when Slitterhead was announced, and I wrote it, apparently. I was very disgusted by it because most of the article is just me going, oh my god, what is this? This is unsettling. Why would anyone like this? Just typing this. But
Yeah, they're
no, I
building
don't know.
up 64-bit.
It's really lovely when you're in that situation. It's a pressurized situation, and like news is coming at you fast, and everyone's like, "You get this, you get this."
Yeah, you're just
It's
being
really
assigned
just
whatever.
lovely when you have someone like a Blake Hester who just loves that sort of horrendous stuff.
Yeah.
And you're like, Blake, can you take this, please? I don't want to look at this person's head splitting open.
No. We had a fun one when the State of Play had I can't remember anything, that had the Monster Hunter trailer recently.
Yeah.
Because we were all going, who knows what these are? Someone start shouting out monster names. What's that? What's that? And everybody was panicking. We don't know what these are. We don't know what these are. They were new monsters. It was fine. But yeah.
Spiky Tongue Boy.
Spiky Tongue Boy. I was like, we have to write about him. What's his name? How does no one know his name? He's new. It's fine. It was in a press release.
I legitimately think that he's like a weird descendant of the Puke because his tongue and coloration is similar to Puke.
You could have just made that up on
Yeah.
the spot. As far as
You don't know what the
I'm
Puke
concerned.
Puke? I don't know what Puke is.
Yeah.
I don't
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe
Address cam.
Yeah. I think that big thing is a descendant of the Puke.
Yeah. It's the one that grabs the rock, right, and tries to like.
That's the bird thing. The Puke is the one with like the
The
poison.
big-
Oh, the
tail
poison!
and
Yeah,
the
yeah,
big
yeah,
tongue.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Those. Yeah, I feel
People
like
are saying that.
Are we
it-
talking Monster Hunter
Yeah.
monsters? Okay.
Yeah. People are saying that it looks like it is like because the pretty blonde girl in the trailer looks like the little girl who ran
Oh, yeah, I
Forge
saw
in
people
Monster
talking
Hunter
about
4.
Mm.
Like she has the same like hairstyle and like hairband, and I was like, that's actually kind of compelling. Like, anyway,
So it's a sequel.
never mind.
Because even if you grow up, you still wear the same clothes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sad that they got rid of the wire bug, or seemingly
This is
got
how I
rid of
dressed when I worked
the
the
wire
Forge
bug.
when I was 7 years old.
It was fine.
It made him, like, that was my thing with World, though. Like, World felt like a little bit too slow for me, like, from a traversal standpoint, and the wire bug just made things so much better. And if it's seemingly gone now, it's like, that's a little upsetting.
There was
Yeah, but
something
they've
in the
got,
trailer that
like
had like
mounts.
a line that they can.
But also, like, in combat, you could use the wire bug to do,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
things in combat.
the
and that
latest
was
trailer
really
had
fun.
some kind of they threw like some kind of grapple thing. I don't know what it was, but
Yeah, maybe, because, like, I used the hammer in Rise, and it was simply because, like, the abilities you could do with the wire bug were so cool with the hammer. I used the charge blade, I think, in World.
I'm a basic bitch. Dual blades.
dual blades. Yeah, I did dual blades and then insect glaive and then the like healing bagpipes, whatever the fuck those are called.
Oh, the healing horn, right?
Yeah.
I love that. Have you all
dual
seen
blade
that,
to insect glaive. pipeline
Yeah,
as well.
that's what I did too.
Have you seen that
I like fast weapons, you know.
Yeah.
that video where Jack Black is on the Jimmy Fallon show and he's playing the saxo,
Yeah,
the
Yes.
saxophone, and he's like, it's just like healing horn players, and then there's Jimmy Fallon, like the rest of the party, like grooving with it, like yes.
It's so true though.
Good.
Y'all like Warframe?
No. But I'm excited about Soulframe.
Excited for you.
I hope Soulframe is good.
Cam, I have to ask you about K-pop.
Yes, XG announced their
Okay.
tour today.
I know! Oh my god!
I'm so excited. They're going to Vegas, which like K-pop groups hardly ever go to.
Yes!
And my mom lives there, so I'm going to that for sure. I already told, have you met Ken Shepard?
No.
Okay, he's a writer at Kotaku, and I got him into XG.
Okay.
I've been trying to get him into other K-pop, but he won't bite. He won't bite.
XG is built different.
XG
They are built
are
different.
5th gen leaders. I love Kiss of Life though too. Like,
They're awesome!
Oh my gosh.
Wait, who's your bias in XG?
Oh, in XG, Harvey.
Yeah. I mean, they're all perfect.
Yeah.
Such a good choice. Mine is Coconut.
Like I get it though. Like you know what I mean? It's like anyone you pick in that group, it's like I get it.
Yeah, exactly.
I get it.
Like, they're perfect.
Yeah.
Listen to Woke Up
Oh
by
my
XG.
god.
Your
See,
wig will fly off.
yeah. The first time, like, I heard
So airports,
Trista's
right?
voice, especially with the music video, I was like, I was just like, I gotta apologize. I wasn't familiar with your
With your
game.
game. Also, Juria, who is not a rapper,
Yeah,
is a
neither of
great
them.
rapper.
Yes,
Like-
yes. So yeah, I want to go to Vegas. I'm definitely going. But yeah, Ken lives in New York, and so I told him like, hey, will you go with XG? Like, will you go with me to see XG if I
Yes.
fly to New York? And he said yes. So I'm like, bet.
They
So-
don't miss.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding. listen to
They-
every single one of the songs. They do not miss.
Yeah.
I was very excited this morning. My favorite Armenian folk jazz musician, Tigran Hamasan, dropped a new song, and it was sick.
That's sick.
Hell yeah,
In
I
public.
know that
That
that's
That was a sentence that was spoken,
Yeah,
and that's
great.
all I got out of
Thank
it. I was
Wait,
like-
are you listening to
great.
anything else lately?
in general,
In K-pop.
in K-pop, I mean, I'm really
Not
digging-
in music. In
Don't
Uh,
talk about anything that's not
Not
K-pop.
not secular
Uh,
music. K-pop.
secular music.
of recent like K-pop releases. I mean like the J Park Natty song is so good. Taxi Blur.
I haven't heard that.
Oh,
one.
it's so
Have you heard the
good.
J Park BM song?
No, yes I have.
What?
It's
I
it's
like
okay.
that.
It's
It's
okay.
What about
fun.
Good TV?
I thought you had to leave.
Oh yeah, I'll have to leave for sure. But Wout is also coming.
Here?
Yeah,
Oh shit!
What?
Yeah.
When?
he'll be here at 5:30.
Oh my
Also,
god.
Supernova
I have to leave
by
like
Espo.
10
Yeah, that's
minutes
right.
ago.
Very good.
I'm
very
probably
good.
gonna have
We're
Wout
not
get
gonna
here
see him. I'm
and
gonna
then
high
phone
five, but I
screen.
prefer I'm gonna high five him.
Have I
I'm
been
not
in
crazy
person?
I wanna see
about
Wout.
like I still like them enough, but like I think that the recent Nujin comeback was like
It's fine. It's
yeah.
fine.
I still think High Boy's their best song.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I think
Okay.
my favorite of
Good
theirs
luck.
is
We're getting
Attention.
new chatters in here
Oh,
because of K-pop.
Yeah, like let them take
Liturgical
get it out of
K-pop.
the yeah like Hype Boy. I actually like Hurt a lot. It's not one of their
Me
hits, but,
too.
like,
I love that
I
song.
love that song. And then yeah, Super
Nine
Shy is
Inch Nails?
amazing.
Yeah,
sure,
of course, of
so.
course. I just think they have to start doing something new because all those songs they sound, they live in the same world energetically, and they just can't keep doing that over and over.
Yeah.
So
I think their new songs were a little bit like different enough. It's just I just didn't really care for them.
I
guess.
do like
How Sweet.
yes,
Yeah.
I do.
I didn't care for Bubblegum at all. Like I was like,
Yeah.
I don't. listen to
Pointless.
that at
Yeah,
all.
yeah. I don't like it.
Pointless.
Useless.
K-pop
but yeah.
conversations are all that. It's like when people who don't know about FromSoft games walk
Yeah.
in on people
Yeah,
talking
yeah.
about FromSoft games. It sounds like this to them, I
Or
think.
Kingdom
I was
Hearts
gonna-
fans.
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
talking
yeah,
about
yeah.
Kingdom
Hearts.
Hearts. Lore.
Yeah.
There's also lore
I
in
can't believe you
K-pop.
said that.
Do you like any boy groups or mostly girl groups?
I mean, like, I would go see Stray Kids. I feel like Stray Kids is like, outside of BTS, is
Interesting
like the
choice.
group that you don't like Stray Kids?
I like Stray Kids,
You used to like Stray Kids.
but their music has gotten worse and worse.
That's true. That's true.
Who's Sticker?
80s.
My partner's
That's NCT.
favorite group is
Oh.
ATEEZ.
80s are that bitch, and they just released an album that is awesome.
But
and
here's the
previous
thing,
album, too.
I'm sorry, I feel similar with ATEEZ too. Like
Really?
I think the last single that they released that I like properly liked was Bouncy. And like, granted, that was like
that's
about a year
last
ago.
year,
That was about a year ago, but like
Oh,
they've
I
had
thought
like
that
3 or
was,
4
like, 3
comebacks
weeks
since
ago.
then. So I'm
Only
just like
2.
a little. Really?
Yeah, just Crazy Form, and they had a Japanese single, and then they just had a comeback like a couple days ago.
They had nothing before Crazy Form.
Nope.
Crazy Form was alright. Maybe I don't know. Like I just feel like I don't know. Like when I think about, I have a lot of AT songs like on my general K-pop playlist.
Yeah.
Sam
But
just
I
followed
don't
me
have a
from
lot
that.
of new stuff, and that's kind of like why I feel that way.
Love
And
a
I
good
feel that
bathroom
same way with Stray Kids. Like I think, but all, like I think their 5-star album was like
Blood doesn't know how to stop
last-
this. Yeah.
Yeah.
None of us know how to
Five-Star
stop
to
it.
me
It's off
has
the
like
rails.
a couple good songs on it. Like
S-Class?
every song is
We tolerated
overproduced.
the
S-Class
King
is so
Arts and
Like
good.
they,
Yeah, we did.
Chan needs to learn how to take something off before he releases every song. 'Cause
But
it's just
S-Class
full
is
of-
so good.
It's fine.
No, it's like
This.
no, it was like, but like from a like production, like musical production standpoint, it's kind of like the. It reminds me of like it reminds me of like Bohemian Rhapsody for K-pop, where there's like the switch ups throughout the song are so good.
But I just think it's overproduced. There's
threaten
too
him.
much going on.
What do you think of Twice's new
He's
album?
down.
Who was just announced
What's
for
the single?
PUBG, and why is that weird?
New Jeans. New Jeans was announced for PUBG. What? Yeah.
No way!
It's a random group.
That is insane.
It's so weird.
That is
You can do it. You
insane.
can do it.
Oh,
We're shooting at a can
yeah,
off
you got
screen.
this.
Oh.
Like I get the K-pop.
I'm not even left-handed. I'm right-handed. So let's see what happens.
Don't look, don't look.
Oh,
it's
Dang.
Damn
So
it.
cool.
Yeah, it was so their pre-release was "I Got You," and then their comeback track was "One Spark."
Okay.
Everyone follow my
think if I
stream
have
to
heard
watch
either.
the can
Oh,
get
that
hit.
album. Because Twice is my old group.
Yeah.
That's
Okay, yeah,
that's one of their
everyone
best
has
like
here?
I'll have to
albums.
go.
Okay.
Like
I
mini
love
albums.
Twice.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
love
It's one of
Bad.
their like admittedly
You got
One
this,
Spark.
You got this.
Wait, let the back go now.
Yeah.
Let it go.
okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it cocks it and then.
Admittedly,
it
like
tends to
One
go a little
Spark
high.
is.
I see. Okay.
Like took me a couple of listens to
Okay,
really
okay.
vibe
Grew
with
up,
it. And
I'm not actually
now
sitting
it's
here,
like
let's
I
go.
love it, and like the whole.
mean, you
like,
should.
I don't skip any of the tracks on it.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
really good. Which
I
is only a
can.
few
I'll
mini
try not to
albums
shoot you
that
in
they've
the back
released
of
that I
the
feel like I can
Let's
just
see
listen to
here.
from beginning to
Yeah,
end.
totally. I recommend. I recommend listening to their new song "Blind."
Regardless of how
You're a little.
That's
You're
what I
kind
did.
of close.
I listened to work, and I
I feel like if you hit it,
Work
it's
is not.
cheating.
Yeah, you're too close.
Close your eyes and crazy for better. I like.
I wasn't able to hit before.
I also
He
listened
was
to
shooting
go
things
that
this
guy
close
from
that we couldn't
17.
hit it, so.
It's fine.
What are you shooting
Yeah,
at?
Shoot a duck.
my
Get the
favorite.
duck.
I was a little disappointed.
Yeah.
We got it.
It's beautiful.
That was
We
amazing.
gotta kill this can though. I'm pissed off.
I
You had your shot. It's
I think
Cam's
you're
turn.
back up.
Yeah, Cam.
No, I guess I went
Cam,
first.
go.
What?
Oh wait, I haven't
Gabby
gone.
hasn't.
Oh,
either yet.
Gabby, get it.
Oh,
The can.
Shoot that can, babe.
Hit the can.
you got this.
Oh.
That was a wobbly one.
Yeah, that was weird.
Flippy one.
Can I get another try?
Yeah, that was
Try
a
one more
defective
time.
bolt.
Thank you.
Or dart? Whatever. Don't push him in too hard, I think.
Okay. Drum roll.
Ooh,
Whoa.
Real bad, real
It's
bad.
so high. Like it's
Real bad.
so
Very
high.
high,
It's
yeah.
crazy. Does it like float up?
Yeah, it does, I think, yeah.
That made a
Oh,
cool
I
sound.
love
I explained it. I'm from Florida.
Dash by Inmix. So
So
good.
Such a good song.
Yeah, I
Like,
love it.
That was perfect!
Never skip me.
But did you listen to Midas Touch for Kiss of Life?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Great. They're so much fun.
Nobody Knows by Kiss of Life is like.
Oh, I don't know that one.
Oh, it was from their last album.
Okay.
It wasn't their. They promoted it, but it wasn't their comeback track.
Okay.
And it's like
Who's up?
it's a like as my dad who like grew up or like growing up
You
with my dad who
actually
listened to
going-
like R&B like hip hop like that's a
Twitch.tv
song
We're live.
that's like the
Stick around.
quintessential song that I would
What's
like
up, everyone? We're trying
use
to hit a
try
can
and
with a gun.
introduce him to it. It's
Okay,
really
okay.
good.
Throw the gun.
Sick.
Yeah, that would be a good way to do
Okay,
it.
here we go.
Careful, careful, careful,
Here we go. Here we go.
Oh!
I'm pissed you started right after I got it.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, that happened.
Twitch.tv/Jurassic Rabbit.
Cam, you're up. Oh no.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Here goes Reb.
Okay.
Okay, you got this.
Well, I need to
Can
pull
she
it.
hit the can?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, wow,
Nice catch.
okay. Oh, wait, no, other way.
I'm
Other
looking
way.
at my
Okay,
K-pop playlist.
I'm
This is
getting
what I
followed.
recently
This is
added.
Oh yeah,
crazy.
good idea.
Okay, you said
Okay,
it's
everyone
high.
ready?
It goes high.
It goes a little high.
Okay.
Reb.
Sure. Oh, now I'm just
Oh
gonna
yeah,
be off.
fucking Le Seraphim.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
They're
Jill's
coming
up.
up with
Jill's
something.
up.
Here we go.
Easy
Obviously.
and smart.
Great. Oh my god,
Okay,
this
so
is
shot.
so
Here we
good.
go.
So
Yeah,
good.
yeah, yeah. Did you see their Coachella?
Oh,
Oh,
recently.
You know, it's partially the main region of it all, the like
Does anyone else
shit,
wanna go?
and then
Yeah.
I want
things
to
All right,
like
Blood
didn't
has to hit the
sound
duck again.
perfect at
I have to hit it
Coachella.
again.
No,
Yeah.
the first,
Oh, wow,
the
it's here.
first weekend was rough.
All right.
Oh, wow,
It
Like,
was
it-
rough for 18s as well. I mean, they sounded okay,
Do
but
you
it
want
was
to do it
like
or you?
Yep.
their voices are pretty quiet,
hold on,
except
hold on.
for Yunjin. So
Wait, who's here?
Wow.
Oh, okay.
Oh shit!
Oh, we got two cans
Oh my god.
I kind of want to shoot lower to see.
Get them both.
That does shoot really
Chat,
high.
this is a 2-screen experience. Multi-stream it. With
God.
Mitch's turn.
All right.
have
You
you
want me to
heard
hold the
Wavy's
camera?
new
No,
song?
no, this is wall holding the
Oh,
camera.
shit.
Shit, right down the
First
left.
person.
Give me that.
It's like a first-person shooter.
You got this.
You got
Oh.
it.
Oh, that would have been
Have you
good.
listened to Rolling
That
Forks?
would have been good.
What?
I'm gonna
They're a
get up
girl
and
rock
make room
band
for
from
Wout because I
Korea.
have a
Oh.
They're
thing.
really
he can
good.
sit.
They're
gonna
really
take a
There's
good.
more room on this
Well, no,
couch.
I actually have to leave.
Oh, okay.
So I'm saying goodbye to you all.
Oh.
That was a
Thank
great
you for
one.
Twice
coming.
now.
Thank you for having. I shot something with a
Yeah.
gun.
Woo. I'll see you.
Yeah, I'll see you around.
coming.
Thank you for having me, everybody.
Everyone say bye to Reb.
Goodbye now.
Wout's here.
Yeah.
You're so
Hey.
tall.
Wow, that is so cool.
Yay! 2 of the 4 people in this industry that are taller than me are here.
Hey, look at the chat.
Oh, yes.
Oh, you can't really read
Good
the
to
chat.
see you.
We're shooting things with a gun.
Seeing you.
It's you. What, your wallet?
I hope you all hit the can.
You're
I
so
thought like she meant that as in like bed, and I was like, what do you? What? That's a weird thing to say.
I'm not gonna get off the couch, but hi.
If you're just joining the stream, I am currently streaming with the Easy Allies, Twitch.tv/Easy Allies.
This is your makeup tutorial.
And yeah, we're trying to hit a can with a Nerf gun.
That's all there is.
Wow, give it a whirl.
What are we shooting at? Oh,
Those
those?
cans.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or you can hit the duck.
Or you
Or
can
you
get
Oh,
can-
now it's double dog.
Feel Snive.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, nice try, nice try, nice try.
I think
bring any
a lot of
codes?
a few of the songs that like made me I didn't really care
Same.
for.
I don't love Love Dive.
But Batty. Oh
So
my
good,
God.
so good, and their new one, Hey Ya, is
Batty-
so
Is it
good.
bonus points or,
Oh,
are we just going whatever?
Yeah, like,
We have the
their
same
almost-
reaction
their
no matter what
whole
happens.
New album is great.
Oh.
Ice Queen is like a
This is
song
how I always
love.
picture being on
Yeah.
the Easy Allies. I've been like,
Does anybody have a clip of the dog? If he misses
Oh,
the gun.
yeah.
oh, what?
You missed us talking about airports for
and
about
then,
30
like,
minutes.
Oh, okay.
Latest
Yeah, I know,
comeback,
that was-
Vampire,
Oh,
Mr.
okay.
Vampire. I love
That song is so good.
It's so good.
So good.
It's weird to be on this side of the camera a little bit. Like I'm used to this point of view.
Oh, nice. Now we got sound effects. Every 5 minutes, we just add new layer of production value.
No, I didn't.
They're good. I've liked
I don't
all
know
their
that I'd
songs.
call playing a YouTube video on my phone production
Really?
value.
I would.
Yeah.
What, Girls of the Year?
Girls of the Year.
Oh,
yeah.
I
It sounded like High
loved
School
it.
Musical.
But
Like,
As the gun died
Disney,
down.
Disney Channel original
it
movie
reminded
ass
me-
song.
I want to
reminded
try
me
one
of
more
Early
first-person
Twice.
shooter mode.
Yeah.
Okay.
You should.
Okay.
It was, right?
I guess.
All right.
Oh God, K-pop?
Maybe.
They were talking
know.
about K-pop
Graphics is
for
so
so
nice
long
about
and so
it.
I
hard.
just got a
They were
little
shooting
inspired.
Come on. We believe in you.
The cans are still standing.
I did not
Alright.
see the Joker card that came in.
For-
the group stream.
This is the most
Oh,
viewers I've
yeah.
ever had on my stream.
Oh, the Bellotto.
Oh yeah, you're the Mulatto
I
man.
am
Show
Bellotto
that.
man.
Show that.
I don't.
Also, while we're
I
waiting, you
don't
do
know where
have to
that
say
went.
what
Have
your
I
favorite.
cracked-
Yeah, what's your
Are we on
favorite
this thing?
airport?
That's fair.
We talked about airports for like.
I'm a crack fucking shot with this thing. That's 3 times.
We talked about airports for like 20 minutes.
We did talk about
Definitely not
airports for an
Heathrow.
absurd amount.
Oh,
of
then we
time.
were talking about that. You're talking about Heathrow.
Yeah.
Why do you have to walk
All right, guys.
50 miles?
I think we're gonna wrap up the stream. But thank you thank everyone for watching, and tune in to twitch.tv/EasyAllies for more.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Incredible. It's fucking.
I said like probably the nicest
Good. No,
airport
yeah, it was so hot
I've been to
earlier.
is Dallas.
But then
Oh,
I
yeah?
got
Dallas
here
is
and it was
incredibly
like,
nice.
I'm biased because I would say
I'm like, this is
Schiphol,
not
which
what
is
I was
LA
kind
weather
of
is
down.
Yeah.
insane.
Oh, okay.
In the morning,
climate's
it's
starting
cold.
to
I know
rain.
down well.
like,
But
Everybody will be bitching about LAX, but it doesn't bother
That's
me.
what I said!
It's
That's
not.
what I said! I've never had an issue with
getting
LAX.
into LAX.
Uber
It's getting
five
into
minutes.
LAX.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying!
It's just the car portion
It's
of
the
it.
time.
Yeah, that's right.
100%.
Like I took the shuttle to the drop off, and I left
Yeah,
it at
if you
5.
take a shuttle, it's fine.
Yeah.
But driving into LAX or lifting or Ubering sucks.
also,
Did
if
you-
you, if
what
you just
happened to
pick
it?
up
Don
a
probably
ri-
stole
it's
it.
in
Yeah, I
the,
think Don
it's in
took
the
that.
podcast room.
Is
It
it?
is?
Yeah, because I put it in there for bets.
Ah.
I think the
And then what's
sword
your
is there, too.
karaoke go-to song?
Oh,
well,
yeah.
I do not know any songs, but I will probably have to rely on like Disney songs because my kid
Okay.
watches.
Okay.
That's
Oh,
perfect.
perfect.
That's
No,
the only
those
I
thing
think
are
a man out of
Honestly,
you is
yeah,
a perfect
those are perfect
karaoke
Disney
Under the
song.
Sea is one of my karaoke jams.
Oh,
Yes.
We sing I Make a Man Out of You every
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, that's a good one.
And
That's
Go the Distance from Hercules.
Mhm.
But
Oh,
fuck,
yeah.
Yeah.
Zero to Hero, though. No,
you
Zero
have
to
to
Hero is
get
the best.
version
Yeah.
out for
Yes.
like 2 minutes of instrumental.
Yeah.
That's the tattoo I'm getting here. I'm
At some
getting
point,
Hercules
you're welcome
tattoo.
down.
Even
It's
if
Oh, yeah.
hard, but like
Really?
that.
We don't need to go to the
Actually?
legit.
Oh my god.
What's the tattoo?
So
What am I
my new thing is I'm gonna get a tattoo. I travel a lot for work. I'm gonna get a tattoo in every country or every city.
That's a
I
great
love it.
idea.
Oh my god,
Go to.
that's so cool.
So starting
Animal
with the
well.
animal well, and then I'm booked in. Like I've put more thought into this one. The animal well was done on such a whim.
What Kingdom Hearts thoughts? That's such an open-ended question.
Oh, that's so good.
That's just everything, every
That's the
thought in
title
Kim's
of the
mind.
next-
That's
Yeah.
so cool.
Just in black
That
or
is the
Wait,
Legend
I
of
didn't see
Heroes.
it. What was it?
Okay, so we're still
Chat,
live.
it's the-
Yeah, we're still
like
live.
that.
Okay, I thought
Yeah,
you were
yeah,
straight
yeah.
off your phone.
The
That was it.
artist is working on their magic.
No,
No, that was the
so
second
good.
screen. That
Oh,
was the
second screen. Second screen.
Is that-
Right.
that's your
Sorry,
favorite
chat.
Disney movie?
I
I
just
think
got
so.
off the plane.
We did at my theater camp.
Are you going
We
to
did
Giant
a staged version
I
of
don't
a
know.
movie,
I
and I was one of the.
I can talk to you later
Nice.
about that.
Gabby, where
Amazing.
is it? Where's the Joker in the stream room?
What's the deal with
Peter
Yuzora?
must have been it's a
I
movie.
mean,
guarantee that
all that
Donald
we
took
know at this point is that Nomura is like, fuck you, Square
looking
Enix,
up
for
for that.
canceling Final Fantasy Versus 13, as he should, and is now doing that with Yuzora. Yuzora's the new Noctis, and he's putting him in Kingdom
It's
Hearts.
like a Kingdom
thought-
Hearts
I thought-
MA. Oh, no.
That, Caesar, what's your thoughts on Kingdom Hearts thoughts?
I've played
Question
all
mark. And I'm
Kingdom
like,
Hearts,
what
ask
Kingdom
me
Hearts
anything.
thoughts? Why zippers? I don't know. Why not?
Belts, zippers.
I mean, why not zippers?
What's up with
Do we
that?
Did you
think
know
Bob
that
Iger, if you said
Xemnas is
Xehanort to him?
Ansem, but with an X at the front?
You know, Yen Sid is Disney backwards.
No, that's not true.
Is it not? Well,
Wait,
maybe
it's
not. I
not.
don't
Wait,
know.
Xemnas is what? Xemnas is what backwards?
Is it not?
Ansem took the name from Ansem the Wise.
But isn't
But isn't it the
Xemnas
same? Is it with the
Ansem with an
letters?
X in it, and
Yeah.
then the letters moved around?
Zemnis is Ansem with an X in it.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
He said
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Xehanort.
No, I said.
No,
I said
no, he said
Ansem.
Xemnas. He said
So we're not
Xemnas.
talking about
Yeah,
Christmas.
I said. Xemnas
Oh,
and
I swear I thought you said Xehanort.
No.
I said Xehanort.
So I
Quite loudly
no, I misheard. I thought he said Xehanort. I'm sorry. When will unlock Kingdom Hearts
circle back
return?
to Kingdom
We were
Hearts again?
supposed to announce,
Yeah,
we
I
were supposed
mean,
to release
it's all
Stream Drop
Transvault,
on Monday.
Oh.
But Kevin
knew
didn't
what they
finish
were
the
getting
game,
into.
and he was adamant that we do not record the podcast until he actually hit credits
He's been
and
getting
not
so angry.
and not watch the cutscenes, because he was like 3 bosses away from beating the game. But yeah, so he finally beat the game last night. So you can expect an episode hopefully sometime this month.
Do you think if you said the word Xehanort to Bob Iger, would he know what you were talking about? Do you think?
Absolutely not. He'd be like, "Who's Sora?" The character that he owns.
What's your favorite game in the Dairy Queen series?
The
And then-
flamethrower. That's a good ass burger. Just putting it out there.
Okay.
From Dairy Queen?
From Dairy Queen, yeah.
Okay.
Man. Burgers
Oh,
from Dairy Queen are
burger.
underrated.
Wait.
Oh yeah, is there gonna be a yeah, Sid. Wait, yeah, do Bob Iger's name with the X. Do his Organization 13 name.
Mickey Mouse is a Disney character, yeah.
Bob X Iger.
Zob
Zob Iger.
Bob
Zob
like it.
Iger.
Bob Iger. Bob Iger.
That.
Box. Garrett.
Zaberg.
Biger Box.
Just now.
Oh, okay.
Biger Box
landed.
sounds like something I would buy.
How long was that
and
flight?
enjoy.
About 5 hours.
Oh, from the Netherlands?
No, from Ottawa.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I missed my own reveal of my own game. Did you guys watch the mix? Did I miss that?
Not yet.
Missed
No.
half of it.
Okay.
Wait, what did you?
Well, yeah. What'd you?
Little
reveal?
problems.
Okay.
It's like the Case of Golden Idol, but
Oh
cute.
yeah. I saw
Oh my God,
the tweets
exciting.
of this.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Are you lying
Check
to
it
me
out.
about anything else this year?
Oh yes. Yes. I'm lying about a lot of things.
Chat, this man looked me in my face the day before Golden Idol came up on the screen, and he was just like, I guess we're going.
I was sweating because when we were at the TJ, Jason Schreier comes up to me and he's like, "So why are you here?" And I'm there with the dev of the Case of Golden Idol. I was like, "Well, just networking." 'Cause that's when we revealed the sequel.
Yep.
Little problems, yeah. But I did tweet that we have something for Rise of the Golden Idol this week. It is.
I'm excited.
I put it in
I'm
Morse
ready.
code.
I'm
Yeah.
ready. You heard it here, chat.
Yeah, you're here first. No, not first.
My friend who works at Pixar, before Luca came out, before Luca was announced, I asked what's the next movie about? And he was like, Italian people. I was like, how?
See, I'm already friends with chat because they already wishlisted little
Little Italy boys.
Silenzio Bruno.
Maybe Duck Detective. Yeah,
Yes.
yo.
Yes. Lovely team, by the way, the Duck Detective. We
Yeah.
talked with them a little bit before.
I don't really
game you
care about
recommend me?
basketball personally. I only really care about football. So, but
Fake football. That's
American football.
American
Oh, damn.
American football.
Football.
I'm also
What's
British.
your
Like I'm
team?
not gonna be upset about that.
Ipswich Town.
I just have an American accent.
We just got promoted to the Premier League this year.
Oh yeah, I know what that is. From Ted Lasso.
Oh yeah, football. That's that sport from Ted Lasso.
I'm pretty sure that's a reference point for a lot of Americans.
Yep. Learned a lot.
Not me. There was I was about to say a cricket thing. There was a huge upset in cricket today.
Debbie loves cricket.
The,
What was the upset?
Fuck yeah, I love
Americans.
cricket.
Yes.
I'm
Did you
British,
see the
so
Americans beat
beat
Pakistan?
Pakistan, yeah.
Crazy upset.
Crazy.
Someone was ready for what happened.
Yeah.
Take that, Pakistan.
How far is K-Town from here?
Right now, what day is it? Thursday?
It's
Probably
Right
Thursday.
now,
Is
it'd
it
take,
further on a
minutes.
Friday or closer on a Friday?
Friday it's worse. Right now, it'd take like 45 minutes, maybe.
But it's right. It's like right
British
next to
minutes,
downtown.
Actual human minutes.
Human minute.
But it's 1 mile away. It's, like,
Yeah, it's so close.
it's probably
but
like
it'll
2.5
take a
miles
long
away, but it'll take 45 minutes to 50 minutes.
It's such a North American thing to do to measure distance in time. Like,
I
when,
mean,
like
here
someone
you
from Europe
have
is like,
to.
how far is it? Well, like 40 kilometers. Like, no, it's like an hour and a half.
In
like-
LA, you have to.
Yeah.
Yeah, here you have.
Because
where
in
I
the
grew
middle
up,
of the night, it's 3 minutes, and in
Yeah.
the middle of the day,
Yeah.
it's 45
Yeah,
minutes.
it's an hour and a
I
half.
used to work at museums. I used to work in museums before I switched over, and a couple was walking around, and they were from, I can't remember where. I think it was France, and they thought they were gonna get from San Francisco downtown to, I want to say it was like Santa Cruz or something, before a sunset, and it was like 4:45.
Whoa.
I was like, whoa.
Like, no,
What
no,
time?
I'm
Wait,
looking
what
at
was
the
the
map.
date?
I'm
What was the
looking-
date?
It was. I mean, I would have been. It would have been 10 years now.
No. What was the date of the year? Like, was it the
Oh,
summer or was it the
no.
winter?
I do not remember.
Okay.
But I'm
the sun
like,
has already set.
Yeah.
no, the sun must have been up already. So I'm
Okay.
like, you guys do not understand how large my state is.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm
I mean,
trying
like-
so hard to be polite because
Yeah.
you can't be like, you guys are stupid. Like
People
when you're
don't
working somewhere.
people
but
people
like,
not from America or like not like people
Yeah.
don't, like my wife is from Norway, right? And like LA has more people than Norway.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
LA. And like that's crazy.
I had to say when I
fucking
moved to
love Norway.
Canada,
It's like
like
a top
my wife's like,
three
oh, I want to meet
country.
some friends
Oh.
up
It's
north.
the
I was
third
like, sure, we'll
safest
drive.
country
She's
for
like, it's like
LGBTQ
11-hour
people.
drive.
Yeah.
So
I
that's
have no idea
but
what
we're
you're
going
getting
there.
Nuts.
It's still
Oslo,
Ontario.
yeah.
But
I went to Tromsø, like
Oh yeah.
right up
Yeah,
north.
yeah, yeah.
and It's a phenomenal place.
I can't wait, yeah. We're gonna try to like tour around and see the country because she hasn't seen it very much. But yeah,
Nice.
podcast is
tonight.
tomorrow.
No podcast tonight. Podcast will be tomorrow night
definitely
after
tweeted that.
after the reveals.
'Cause there ain't nothing to talk
Kyle
about
will
yet.
be here. And
so
then
it'll be long.
yeah.
Yeah, just prepare.
I'm probably
It should
gonna
be
just
quite
leave
long.
halfway through. Frankly,
That's fine.
Leave halfway through the podcast.
Don will be here. He can TD whatever.
Just further away.
Yeah, but he's gonna cut the damn thing. He's fucked as it is.
But yeah, so look forward to that. Look forward to game impressions from the show floor each night. Xbox is on Sunday morning. Ubisoft is on Monday morning,
Yeah.
and then
Don and I are reacting to the PC game show. Just the
But
two
you
of
should
us.
definitely check it.
Yeah, it's
Oh
looking
yeah,
good.
oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna do it.
I might be here.
Oh yeah, really?
Maybe.
Shit, yeah.
yeah.
So maybe the three of us on the desk for that.
And there's way too many things embargoed, so there's just gonna be stuff that keeps coming. It's coming.
Can't even say embargo.
That's the thing though, Wow. There are so many that I can freely
Yeah.
say
Yeah,
that there will be more after the
embargoes,
show
yeah.
because it's just insane.
Oh yeah.
We're
The
daring
embargoes-
you to
The
sue
embargoes
us.
Yeah.
keep changing.
Oh, that's fun. Yeah, that's fun. Embargoes.
But cool. Let's wrap it up. Anyway, any I don't know. What's a good wrap up?
Why just
For actually no
People have no idea why
topic
it ends,
conversation.
too.
Everybody
Like,
go
chat is like,
to-
who is this guy?
explain who Wout is.
Yeah.
Everyone gets one shout out.
Wout is a man who has his job because he impersonated me.
Yes, that's
And
literally how
then
it
that
happened.
puppet.
I need to
And
But-
then
Yeah, the
impersonated
puppet
a cat, and then
Yeah.
I got a job out of it.
He's better at PR and business than any of us ever have been.
Yeah, that's 100%.
I'm a good bullshitter. Man. That's how I get my job.
That's what you need.
Yeah.
Yeah. None of us have that.
Soft skills, baby. That's what it is.
Teach us.
Everyone should say where
Where they're from.
chat can find you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the hashtagonist on Twitter.
Yeah.
And also, like,
Brilliant
promote
PR.
if you want to.
Yeah, wish list
Stages
little
is-
problems and check out the PC gaming show this week. Just do it. It's
Just
gonna
do
be
it.
fun.
Just do it.
It's gonna be fun.
Why wouldn't you? What else?
Yeah, why would you be
do?
here if you're not already gonna watch it?
Yeah.
Cam, where are you at next?
At Cam Final Mix on Twitter, and
Is that that's a Kingdom Hearts reference?
yeah, it's a Kingdom Hearts
From
reference.
Kingdom Hearts.
Whoa.
It's a K-pop game about airports.
Yes,
Yeah.
thanks.
That's it. Got
Anything you're working on?
I mean, I'm writing a Kingdom Hearts book, but that's not
Sick!
coming out anytime soon, so don't worry about that. I'll have some announcements soon on Twitter. And yeah, I'm doing stuff with Spawn on Me, so you can check out what I'm doing for SGF for Spawn on Me.
Nice.
Spawn Me rules.
Yeah, you can find me on Twitter at Jurassic Rabbit.
Love that name. I've always
Yeah.
loved
Oh,
that
thank
name.
you.
Even though my brain can't not read it as just Jessica Rabbit.
That's
but
you're not alone.
Yeah.
I get that all the time. What I also want to say is that Friday to Sunday is IGN Live as well. So it's happening at the Magic Box in LA. I believe you can still get tickets.
Are
And
they still
yeah,
giving them out for free to like women and LGBTQ
Children?
people?
I don't know.
Apparently that was a thing.
Women and children.
Titanic, what's happened?
Yeah,
I don't know.
I heard
Maybe look
that, I
into
heard
that. That would be cool. You can get in there for free.
That's what I heard.
I just came from there. I think it's going to be a really, really cool show. If you get there early, you can
Magic
try to
Castle.
beat me in Street Fighter or Smash Brothers and get
Or
a
the
prize.
parking lot.
Yeah. Or,
Don't do
yeah,
that.
just beat me in the parking lot, I guess. But yeah, it's going to be a real good time, and you should check it out.
I'm Isla. I work here. This skirt is really tight.
Sam?
Cool, yeah, I am Captain Woodsy on Twitter, and we just released a documentary on the George Shockers YouTube channel, The Making of Disney Illusion Island.
Oh yeah.
We spent a week in the studio, we got some really cool behind the scenes stuff. It's a really compelling story, even if you don't like
Cam said
Disney
it out.
Illusion Island,
Bye, Cam.
go and watch that documentary. It's my favourite thing I've ever worked on. So
That's awesome.
cool.
That sounds
Excellent.
really cool.
Nice. I
Oh,
work here, so.
I was,
Yeah, they don't get
I was
to be
waiting
there.
for you to do a
That's
short
Gabby.
thing. Yeah,
You can go find my stuff at theindieinformer.com. Go check that out. Probably covering some stuff at the PC Gaming Show later. If you want to check out the Indie Informer on socials, it's indie_informer because someone stole the Indie Informer. And if you want to just follow me, it's at Finruin, FINRUIN. So
Finruin.
Yeah.
Talk to your website that you run, by the way.
Thank you.
Do you have the song Informer by Snow stuck in your
I
head
do
all the
not.
time? Oh.
I live in peace in my brain.
Oh, good. Informer.
Now we all have it.
Yeah. No more peace is had for anyone.
Sorry. That's Daniel P. Bloodworth.
2.
Our Bloodworth.
Oh.
We got it. We got it out of him.
It's like when Damiani told
Told you his sign?
No, he told me his birthday. Because he was I've been
She's been trying to
teasing
figure
him
out his
trying to
birthday.
get his birthday because he was like, I don't want you to wish me happy birthday on Twitter. So
What a sweetheart.
he was on Zoom.
Is he
was
older
like,
than me?
Gabby. Yeah.
Am I the third
Well,
oldest?
we already knew he was older than you.
I just don't know how old anybody
No,
is.
you're the 4th oldest.
Hell yeah.
It's a good place to be.
Yeah. 4 out of 6.
He was like, oh, news, Gabby, it's dropping, my birthday. Like, because he had to tell us his birthday for some reason. And I was very
flight or
excited.
News, Gabby. All right. Are we done now?
You're done
I
then.
think that's it.
All right. I'll get up and go to the computer. Big weekend, everybody. Join us for all the shit we talked about a second ago. Hooray!
Yay!